Good evening, adventurers, and welcome to today's episode of Goodberry Cafe, the little warm cafe where everyone is welcome to come in and pull up a chair. Today we're serving up a cup of inspiration, so I hope you'll come in and stay a while. My name's Jem, and I'll be your host for another evening at Goodberry Cafe, a festive evening tonight. Here at Goodberry Cafe, it's usually on the second Monday of the month, but we had a schedule adjustment this month. I invite some friends to join me in trying out some new, weird, unique, and creative indie tabletop role playing games. This virtual cafe is meant to be a warm, safe, and inviting space where my guests and I feel comfortable learning and stumbling our way through these strange games that we all try out together. So, today, in honor of the spirit of the season, we are playing Hometown Holiday, which is a beginner friendly, rules light, all inclusive comedy romance role playing game by Kid Nick. I am such a fan of cheese and corny things like all the terrible Hallmark movies, so I'm really excited to play this tonight. The premise of the game is as follows. So it's the holiday season once again in your quaint small town. There are carols to be sung, decorations to be hung, and charming small businesses to be run. But with all of this holly jolly hubbub, who has time for love? If only there was an equal parts gorgeous and bland idiot to show you what this time of year is about. As it turns out, there is. However, you are not the only one looking for love this December, and this town ain't big enough for all of you because it's a small town. So you have to flirt, blunder, and trope your way to romance and earn your single chaste kiss with the dazzling dullard of your dreams. It's just been beautiful prose throughout that intro in the writing of this book. So as players, we choose from one of 6 character classes inspired by tropes from the Hallmark and Netflix holiday movies, and we compete to woo our shared love interests and complete secret objectives. I'll go more into that into a moment. But basically, anything could happen in the course of play of this evening, but as a content warning, this game definitely contains themes of romance and holidays. I'll have the mods link the game in the chat. Looks like it's already linked. Beautiful. And I want to thank all my guests for joining me today for this special episode. So before we jump into the action, I want to introduce everyone at the table. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where we can find you, and what your favorite holiday cheesy movie is. And so I'll look at the screen to see who's up first. Let's start with Savannah, the DIY witch.
Unmute myself. Hi. Yeah, I'm Savannah. I'm the DIY witch. I'm also on YouTube and Instagram as Not Quite Novelist, where I run like a character creation type channel. And I'm gonna be playing Misty, who is she runs the Cozy Corner Cafe.
And what's your favorite cheesy holiday movie?
I have 2 of them. It's Love Actually and The Holiday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Up next, Jess K, who's going to be playing our director this evening.
Hello. So I'm Kayla, DM Dalliance. You can find me all over the web. Some variation of Just K if I made it there quick enough for someone not to have sniped me on the username. It is Just K. Otherwise, it's probably like Just a K or Just Gay K or some variation there. And I am a freelance designer, writer, and editor for TTRPGs. I've been playing for like 20 plus years and designing for 8 plus years. If you're into 5e, you know me for things like Adventurer's Domestic Handbook, Subclasses Revivified. I did editing work on Cursed Classes. If you're more into like things like Cypher System, you know me for being the general manager and contributor on Underground Oracle Publishing, and things like our big setting book, Harrow the Blighted Plain, which is Waterworld meets Treasure Planet vibes for the whole setting book. That is going to print for our print-on-demand version here soon. I do fun free things on my blog when I have the time. because I am a chronically overworked and overbooked queer. I do charity streams, actual plays, and I am constantly posting some weird little brain worm about TTRPGs on my Blue Sky if you want to check that out as well. And that's where you can find me. I believe I got dropped, so that link tree has everything, even the things I didn't remember. So go there. Favorite cheesy holiday movie? Old school White Christmas, because musical Christmas movie. Newer school Happiest Season, because it's queer.
Is that the one with Aubrey Plaza?
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
in those like rockin' suits
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yes. Awesome. And then up next, I've got Shelly.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shelly Von Miller. I'm a drag and burlesque performer because I have to. Some people think I say dragon, which is interesting. I'm a variety content creator to include on Twitch and an overall internet idiot. I perform in some TTRPGs to include a charity one-shot that I'm doing on January 3rd, where I'm the GM and we're raising money for Fisher House Foundation, and I'm very excited about that. Yeah, that's all you need to know about me. My favorite movies, holiday-wise, unconventional, but I always used to watch it around this time, is E.T. And then also The Holiday. Anytime The Holiday comes on TV or I see it pop up, I'm like, oh, I have to watch it now. So, it's just so good.
It is. It's a good one. All right. Up next, Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm librarian by day, and by night or afternoon or free time, I work with the Creators Assemble nonprofit, which is an education nonprofit where we do a whole bunch of believing using pop culture and education is important. So graphic novels, TTRPGs. We've been at a lot of conventions where we've gotten a lot of networking folks together. So you can find us at creatorsassemble.org. I'm on the internet as Caffeinated Librarian Dan, so who doesn't like caffeine? I do. And my favorite holiday movies, I've got two. Love Actually and Elf.
Love it. I'll go last. So I'm going to skip over to Casper.
I am Casper DNB Ghost. You can find me everywhere at Casper DANB Ghost. Because the was too long. So, yeah, I'm a writer of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. I do lots of writing in designing games, doing TTRPGs, writing on my own, doing a weird ass comic book. Like, I do all of them. And my Linktree has all of it. And so my favorite Christmas zombie musical is Anna and the Apocalypse.
Thanks.
Beautiful. Also, we got a hydrate in the chat, so thank you, Vandervision, and everyone. Hydrate. All right, and then Jojo.
Hi, friends. I'm Jojo. You can find me on the internet at Jojo Culturalist. I am a culturally trained storytelling anthropologist. I am on the co-host of the Melanin Mythos world-building podcast for BIPOC folks. I appear in a couple projects on the internet, and I help out with charity streams and do stuff. But more importantly, tonight I am playing Jaime, single cool parent, single cool dad to a young girl that I'm pretty excited for. And my favorite Christmas movies are Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he has to find the Turbo Man doll for his child. I love that movie, and also because some of us said two movies, and I have analysis paralysis and I can't pick. I also love Balto. Balto is also a banger. I don't care. I'll do two movies. Yeah, that's me. You can find me on the internet, but I'm pretty excited to be a cool parent, or try to be.
Yes. Oh my god,
Wait,
so
can
many
I
good
do
movies.
two movies? My second one is
Yeah.
The Family Stone.
Hell yeah!
Oh, Jingle Jangle. Ha! 3. Break the rules.
Wow, wow. Okay, I see. I see how this is gonna go tonight.
Um, I am Jem. I'm the host of Goodberry Cafe. You can find me most places at Gemboree, except for Instagram and Threads, which is at Imaginative because somebody else has that name. And you can find me on this channel frequently playing Whisper on Forging Fates, which is our show on Mondays, and on Castleton playing Nyale. And that's on Saturdays on the Winter's Tales channel. Yeah, my favorite movies have all been said already. Love Actually, I know that there are terrible like morals in that movie, but it's still I have to watch that every season. I have a Love Actually night where I get all Christmas up for it. And a recent new favorite is Jingle Jangle. I really enjoyed Jingle Jangle. I was very surprised by that one. Requires a little bit of suspension of belief with like what happens in the movie, but it's cute. Great. So
That movie
I
puts
am
you into loving math.
yeah, but it's not right. Like it's weird. Well, thank you all for joining me. I am going to start by explaining some of the rules of the game and reading through some parts of the book. Because, like usual on this show, I try and talk through some of the rules as we play. So, as we're playing, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask away and ask it out loud. Because if we don't understand something as it's written, it's likely other people who might pick up the book might not understand the same thing. So, as audience, remember we are all learning this together, so have patience with us. Let me pull up the game. And in the chat, if you could tell us how loud is the music to you. I just want to make sure our levels are good while I'm pulling up the game. All right, so hometown holiday. As I told the setting already, but the game has a game master or director who's going to lead the players in making a TV holiday movie, a story about holiday romance in a small town made on a tight budget and filled to the brim with cheesy cliches. The director is going to set the scene, introduce plot twists, act as a referee, and embody all of the NPCs. And the players will each act as a character of our own creation, using the guidelines that are laid out in the rules. And so we as players will be competing for our characters to be the one to end the session with the affection of the love interest, which is a beautiful idiot with a deep, unshakable love of the holidays. And players will also accrue points for playing into tropes and completing secret objectives that we have on our play sheets. And the game will end when one player shares a short, chaste kiss with the love interest. Winning is important, but more important is telling a fun story with your friends. So for this game, all you need are 2 6-sided dice and some notes. And I really enjoyed how the game mentions that it is inclusive of all races, faiths, disabilities, and sexual identities and orientations. The movies this game parodies are typically Christmas-themed and predominantly starring straight, able-bodied white people, and by no means does your story have to fit these parameters. Please tailor the experience as you see fit for the comfort and enjoyment of you and your friends. And I loved how it called that out in the book itself. So we have already created our characters prior to joining this stream. And so as the player, we are embodying a protagonist of a TV holiday romance movie. And we have 3 stats. So there's sweaters, which is the stat that determines how good your character is at physical tasks, feats of strength, and athletics. There's Coco, which determines how clever and knowledgeable your character is. It may include business sense, problem solving, or having a good memory. And there's Cheer, which determines your character's natural charm and love of the holidays, which are really cute stats. So the first step in creating a character that we've already done is we pick a role. So there's 6 roles and playbooks that the game offers. When we introduce our characters, we'll introduce our role to you as well. But the role provides a series of tropes to help you determine your character's personality and backstory, as well as unique skills and stat bonuses. So we've all done that. The game itself comes with a printable character sheets to keep track of, and also to keep track of our secret objectives, which is something that we roll privately right when we start. So we'll be doing that soon. I think that's all I have for the intro to the game before I pass it over to our director this evening. And also to say that the gameplay is in 3 acts. In Act 1, in each act, the book outlines things that should happen in each act. And then when the game is over, players reveal their secret objective and scores are calculated and a winner is declared. And there's certain rules about plot twists. If that comes up, if a player rolls doubles, we'll explain what that does to the game. Scrolling through to see if I'm missing anything else that's important to say before we start. Cool. Is there anything that any of the players have a question about before we get started?
Where do we find secret objectives?
There are character sheets I linked. I'm gonna bump them in the chat right now that we have. They're not in the book, they're only on the character sheet.
Ah, that's why.
Yeah. I realized that.
Yeah, bottom left corner of your character sheet, and it's like something you can roll on, like a little d6 at the start of the game.
I did this whole thing without looking at a character sheet once. I based it all off the book.
Somebody bump it.
I didn't look at the book and only looked at the character sheet. So between us, we know how to play this game. We've got this.
The only difference between the two is the secret objectives.
I know how to play this game.
Awesome. And there is a form of scoring. So during the game, the director keeps a secret tally of attempts that each player makes to impress or bond with the love interest. The director can choose to award 1 point for most of these actions and 2 points for rare occasions where the player goes above and beyond. Likewise, the director can subtract up to 1 point for actions that would hinder their chances with the love interest when we really fuck it up. And the director can also award points for playing into genre tropes or outstanding roleplay. So when it comes time for the end of the game, the love interest will share the final kiss, and it's assumed the rest of their happily ever after, with the non-friend player with the highest score. Oh yeah, so almost all of our players are playing roles that are competing for the love interest, but there's a really funny character in this game called the friend. And the friend is not competing for the affections of the love interest, but they're still competing to win the game. So instead of getting points for their own actions, they get points for helping out the players and giving advice to the players. See that play out throughout the game. That'll make more sense, I'm sure. But I thought that was hilarious. It's like a playable, what do we say, playable NPC? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions? No? All right, and then end game. Once a player has shared their kiss with the love interest, the final scores are calculated, and there's certain bonuses to add at the end, and the player with the highest score wins. What do you win? I don't know. The spirit of the season. It's just for fun. Yeah. I think I'm ready to pass over the reins. All right, take it away, director.
So to get started, we're gonna set the scene a little bit. In true Hallmark Holidays fashion, we are entering a small town, lightly snowing. brick buildings, this weird mixture of old and new, bright red brick buildings, but everything is like renewable energy. Those old school cast iron lamp posts, but it's LED bulbs. You have an old school bright red phone booth, but it's like a charging station for your phone in case your phone runs out of battery. You know what we really need to do and bring back to small town America: vibes and good stuff. So the snow is falling gently on our little town of Huffington, which is located in wherever USA. Yes, is the answer to your question. As the town prepares for the 12 days of Christmas Wonder Winter Festival. In case you can't tell, this town loves Christmas. It is the Christmiest town ever. So I hope no one hates Christmas. You know, like a jerk TM or something. Stalls and vendors are crowding the town square, waiting for the holly jolly to begin. There is a grand opening sign fluttering in front of a newly remodeled and soon to open bookstore that has been closed for renovations for a while, called Turn the Page. But no one has yet seen or met the owner. Turn the Page does boast, though, especially for the holidays, blind books, specially gift-wrapped books with just a small handwritten blurb instead of a gift label, handpicked by the owner just for you. So, on our main street of Huffington, we first come to our, we'll say, pillar of Main Street. Some might say heart of Main Street. The coffee cafe, our cozy corner cafe, with our finishing up their first full year as the owner and operator, taking over for surprise dads Richard and Daryl for the coffee shop. We come into the cafe itself, and what do we see in the Cozy Corner Cafe? Because I'm gonna have the player take you through what the inside looks like.
Yes! The Cozy Corner Cafe is exactly what you would think of a cozy coffee shop. It's got light, like instrumental Christmas music kind of playing over the speaker, just quiet enough to where like you can still have a nice little in. There's actually little like LED tea lights on each like little table just to give it a very like soft candlelit vibe. There's a like a chalkboard menu where Misty, who has written in very pretty script what their like holiday menu is, like experimental lattes and stuff, different like flavored drinks for people to try, especially around the holidays. She loves playing with different flavors like cranberry or like putting gingerbread into like a lemonade or something like that. Very experimental, but like nice, fun, cozy little drinks. So, and that's her. And so when you see Misty come in, she comes in and kind of like shakes off like the light dusting of snow in her hair, and it all kind of like comes down off of her. She's got like ashy blonde hair that always kind of looks a little bit messy, but it's put into like two like kind of messy space buns. But she kind of shakes it off of her bangs, and she comes in and takes her jacket off and starts getting ready for the morning.
Awesome. And the camera spans through the coffee cafe to a booth where someone is tippy-tapping away on their laptop, possibly, you know, preparing the next blog post for their advice column or something similar. So what do they see as the camera pans to our little worker at the laptop?
So you see Buddy Friendly, the local proprietor of the wonderful website Friendly's Advice. So, like, someone would write in, my car's broken down, buddy. What do I do? Well, this is a great time to adopt a herd of reindeer because not only are they festive, they cut down on carbon emissions. And he has been running this like blog for quite a few years now. He's tried to go out into the podcast territory. He has tens of listeners every episode, and he's quite thrilled with that. He's a middle-aged guy, Hawaiian shirts year-round. This time you actually see reindeers on it with little festive hats, and he's got a little message bag beside him that says important stuff on the side. Misty, have you thought about my advice of putting cranberries and turkeys together in a shake and coffee drink? I think it'd be great.
I considered it. I haven't had, I haven't had time to get the turkeys together.
I have some back at the farm.
You know what? Bring it on in. I'll try it out for you. Absolutely. And I'll have you be our first taste tester for it.
Of course, I wouldn't want you to do anything without having me tested first. First taste tester.
Do you want another hot chocolate?
Yeah, but could you make it a little bit cooler because I burned my nose?
Oh no! Yes, absolutely. How about I put 2 ice cubes in it?
Oh yeah, that would be great. Could you call it a hot frosty? No, wait, a cold frosty.
Ooh, very good idea.
A lukewarm frosty. I think a lukewarm frosty would be great.
A warm frosty cocoa.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
All right, I love it. All right, I'll get that started for you. I'm gonna
Thank you.
walk out to the back and start making the cocoa, making sure to set aside a couple of ice cubes for it.
I do want to note, because this is the perfect time to do that, I will, as just an arbitrary director, if you make puns and funnies, I will give you bonus points because that's just the kind of person I am. So, do with that what you will. Sorry, not sorry, those watching us who have to be punished with all the puns that are incoming.
Worth it. Note that down. Okay.
So, as the camera moves past Buddy through the window towards the bakery across the street, as the bakery owner comes out with the latest shipment for the coffee shop, what do we see coming out of... Oh, I totally have this name written down. Honey Bun Bakery.
Coming out of Honey Bun Bakery, you're gonna see the back of someone who acts taller than they really are. They have an ugly sweater that is all black, but it's covered in flour and sugar and stuff, because they've been baking all morning. When they turn around, you see the front of the sweater has strategically placed mistletoe in the sweater, but it also lights up because festive. They're wearing this a hat very similar to me, with fur beard that's very uncomfortable. They keep blowing the stray hairs out of their mouth, and they're carrying a tray of Victoria's Secret model gingerbread people with cleavage and everything. No wings, just the cleavage, which is the most important part. They walk. They're happily trying to cross the street without spilling the tray, because they kept it on the baking tray. They didn't transfer it or anything. They're doing their best. That is Mads Honey, the owner operator of Honey Bun. And as they make their way across the street without getting run over, they kind of hip check the door very obnoxiously. Misty! They're done. Finally.
You finished the gingerbread people?
Yes. And you are
Okay.
going to love them. Check it out.
Okay. Let's see them. How clothed are these gingerbread people?
Considering you lectured me last time, they are all in one pieces now because
Awesome.
you felt bikinis weren't appropriate for the holidays. They're in
They're
like
just-
glitter corsets, like red and green glitter corsets.
Oh
Edible glitter.
my gosh. You know what? These are perfect. They are so much more festive. I just thought those bikinis were a lot more, they're better for the summer. We can leave that. We'll wait for summer break to try those out, right?
Do summer.
But I can actually put these out on the shelf now. I don't have to put them behind the 18 plus screen this time. These
You
can
put
actually
them
go on
next to
display.
the cookies.
Yes, absolutely. Here, okay, gimme. And I'm gonna take them, and I'm gonna run back behind the counter and start like strategically trying to like place them in like a nice display, in the pastry case next to the cash register.
Amazing. I'm going to take one of the cookies I mentioned earlier, which is the sugar cookie, with just a Hershey Kiss, but instead of it pointing up, it's like pointing down and like smashed into the cookie. And
Yep.
like we can't the top of it has a really scrawled text, but all it just says is cookie, which is readable. And I'm sitting there eating it very happily. And yeah, so Misty, what'd you think about that spicy hot cocoa like I pitched you? You know, the one with like the cinnamon in it. Like it would go great with these new gingerbread, like, or the snickerdoodles that I'm working on.
Yeah, absolutely. The cinnamon and man, the recipe you gave me was spicy. I think you put like chilies in it or something. It was something like very. Honestly, I did not hate it. That one, we'll call that like what do you think of like a hot cocoa? Sounds a little bit too redundant, but we'll workshop a name. But yes, spicy cocoa. Spicy Christmas. That's fun. I like that. Okay, hold on.
You should throw turkey in there, you hear echoing from across the way.
For the last time, buddy, I love you, but I cannot put turkey in my pastries. It doesn't work. It's too savory.
Look, I
could try.
Okay, what about sour cream?
Turkey.
I can do a sour cream like icing.
Okay. Well, there we go. We're working towards.
Like, I could probably work it in, tangy enough.
What if you did like a savory, like a stuffing croissant? You know, some people will use like croissants or danishes for savory or sweet. You could do something like that.
I'll think
it could
about
give
it.
me some good lunch options instead of doing. Maybe I could expand into doing more food instead of.
If you think about it, you could definitely sell them as people wanting to gobble them down.
Buddy,
I'm gonna
so
eat
smart.
my cookie and just stare at you.
He just has a little smile on his face.
I'm also going to add this bonus point for everyone if everyone does some sort of punny cocoa pitch, because we already got two going and we just gotta keep it going with the holiday themes. So if everyone manages to do a hot cocoa pun pitch to our poor coffee cafe owner who's just undated with these like put turkey in the hot chocolate, and I will give everyone a bonus point.
I have made a spicy hot cocoa before, actually, putting like hot honey into hot cocoa, and it's actually delicious. I'll say that. Like,
my brain automatically jumped to someone like trying to put like ghost pepper juice into hot chocolate, and my brain was like, "That's not gonna be good." No one's gonna enjoy that.
That's called murder cocoa.
Yeah. Yeah, that's called I hate myself cocoa. That's a rough one.
That's the one we give to the jerk. So as you all are discussing sour cream icing cookies, we pan back out of the cafe and turn towards the apartments as a single father and their entering the like not liking holidays or anything they previously liked aged daughter, who's definitely like super zipped up their jacket over like this ugly Christmas sweater thing that they're wearing as they're coming out of the apartment buildings. Who do we see? A cool single parent with their child.
Okay, I think cool single parent is Jaime. Their daughter is entering high school, fresh high school age. Little baby's growing up, daddy's little girl. I think he's kind of wearing a sweater that says nobody loves trouble as much as me. And then like the matching Christmas sweater is on her that says trouble. And I think she's hitting that age with like the really tall laced up Converse. I wasn't cool enough to know what they are actually called, but those are the ones that she wanted last year or the year before that are starting to look a little worn out. Insistent on wearing ripped jeans despite the weather, right? And kind of like a short bob blonde hair. Jaime is probably in his late, I would say late 30s, mid to late 30s, perhaps. Medium length, kind of black hair that's starting to turn gray at the side, like specklings of gray. A little stressed, but he's got laugh lines and wrinkles in all the right places. And he looks over his, honey, Gwen, how about you want to stop over at Mads, get a little honey bun for my honey bun before we go to the store?
And you just see at the little honey bun for my honey bun, they had already been slouching in true like teenager form, but their shoulders curl even more in now, and they just like purposely let some of their hair fall in front of their face, and they're like, Dad, I told you to stop calling me that. I'm about to go to high school. You can't keep calling me that.
Oh, right. Sorry. But do you have to wear your hair in your face? You're hiding your face, and you look so beautiful.
And they're probably gonna start slapping away the attempts to
Okay. All right. Okay.
to get the hair out of the face.
All right. I know. I know what you need. But okay. I'm gonna give you your space, but how about you? You want like a vanilla bean frappe or something from the coffee shop? We could get you a nice little sweet treat, huh? And then I'll give you some space, and then we can do our we can record our synchronated father-daughter TikTok dance later, right? Like we don't have to do that right now, but
you see the visceral eye roll into the back of her head that would come with sound effects if it happened. Just this big huffing sign. She goes, fine, we can get one coffee, but you drop me off a block from school. You're not dropping me off in front of the school again today.
okay, but like what? Yeah, no problem. I will drop you off a block from school, and I'm gonna assume you don't want me to follow behind in the car, right?
No, Dad. Just go to school after you drop me off.
Yeah, okay.
That way you get there before me, and I can avoid you as much as possible.
Okay, you know what? Everyone's gonna find out I'm the history teacher. Like, you can't hide that forever.
You want to bet?
Okay, all right. And we'll start to, I guess, head down the stairs, because taking the stairs is healthier than taking the elevator. So we're gonna go down the stairs.
Oh, you make everything so unfun.
Oh, come on, it's good for you. And he'll do a little jog down the stairs.
She's gonna like jump the last 3 stairs because she knows how much you hate her doing that, and you're always getting on her about her like hurting her ankles or something like that, and just like breeze past you out the door towards the cafe that's next door to the apartment buildings.
Oh, okay, show off. You know, you're gonna appreciate those knees more when you're older. I wouldn't jump so much. And he'll kind of trail behind out into the outside street.
And she's just gonna huff again and be like, Dad! As the approaching teenage age daughter is trying to outpace her father to get to the cafe before he can catch up to her, a car pulls up to the street outside of the cafe with a couple in the car that seems to be maybe mildly arguing about, like, why are we here with more snow? And there is a quintessential West Coast tech bro in the passenger seat, and he's just like fully on his phone, not making eye contact as they're having this argument. He's like, I don't understand why we couldn't have gone with my friends to Cancun for Christmas, because I hate the snow. It's so cold. It's terrible. Why did we have to come to your hometown for Christmas?
What is this jerk's name?
Let's call him Dan.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
Dan, you know how much this town means to me, and my dad's not doing well, so I just really wanted to show you where I came from. And you see, in the driver's seat, probably fumbling, trying to remember how to drive in the snow. It's been a while. This very stereotypical Hallmark protagonist woman with a tailored red peacoat. She's got a knit scarf on. She's got like perfectly waved styled chestnut hair. She's got a tote bag next to her on her arm while she's driving, where you could find her planner and some gifts for her father and a notebook. She is Elise Navidad, and she is a marketing executive from the big city. She left Huffington after high school to chase her career dreams, but she's returned home for the holidays for the first time since graduating high school, with her new boo.
And he goes, whatever, and like flips his phone around and is like, let's get a selfie. It's gotta be at least worth something, and like leans in and like puts on like a happy face and like takes a selfie and immediately is like, hashtag crypto dog, hashtag happy holidays.
Selfie, like, I tried to lean into the selfie, but I'm clearly not in it. He like adjusts it, so I'm out of the frame.
Yeah. Just enough of a hint of someone being there that he can say something about it. Maybe the version that ends up on Instagram's a little cropped. And he goes ahead and gets out. He doesn't wait for you or like help you out of the car, just gets out of the car and heads immediately to the coffee shop you all are parked in front of.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, look, Dan, the cozy corner cafe is still here. I'm so excited. I wonder what specials they have these days.
Hope they don't get my espresso wrong. It needs almond milk. I guess we can do oat milk if they don't have almond milk, but they better actually like espresso it and not that like small time fakey crap. And opens the door and like walks in through the door and doesn't hold it long enough for you, and it just starts closing as you're coming in through it.
Fine. And she's gonna grab her bag and then head in. I'm sure the door jingles when you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
I turn. Sorry, what?
I was about to say, for those in chat who are like, I hate this man, and our group who's like, I hate this man, welcome to Jerk TM. You are supposed to hate him. Please hate him as much as humanly possible. I'm channeling my like 8 years of living in San Francisco with tech and finance bros for this. This is very cathartic for me.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Can get me through this. I turn when the door jingles to give my like normal little greeting. But I think I like stop and I'm like, is that Elise?
My goodness,
Oh my god!
Missy, it's been so long.
I know! Oh my gosh! I immediately like come around the corner, come bring you in for a big hug. I'm like, oh my gosh! So how's life in the big city? Hold on. What do you guys do you guys want something to drink? I'll make something. Hold on. I'll make you something great. I'm working on a lot of new like holiday drinks. Give me 1 second. And I like run back around the corner and I just start making drinks. So tell me everything. Tell me how life's been. Give me all the updates.
So this is Dan. He's my new boyfriend. We've been dating for like 6 months now.
He just on his smartphone, not acknowledging your presence or that someone is talking about him.
And Misty,
Oh my gosh,
Misty
hi,
was high
Dan.
school.
Yeah, can I get a double shot of espresso with a side of almond milk? What's your name again?
That's a
Hi, my
really
name is
weird
Misty.
hi.
I'm good friends with Elise. We went to school together.
Ah, cool. So you do know how to make a double shot of espresso, though. Just
So at this point, Buddy's gonna slide over and wrap his arms around Dan. So have you ever heard about turkey and cocoa and lead him away?
I think I do a side glance to Buddy with just like in my eyes, just a thank you, and then I
And he
look
just-
at Elise.
Thumbs up behind him.
Yeah, I look at Elise like he seems busy.
So I'm actually gonna have our legally distinct Dan from Jerk Dan make the first roll, attempting to lead Jerk TM away.
I have
no.
no stats. No stats.
So I do believe, as you are relying on your charm and wiles to get this Jerk TM away from the group, that this would be a cheer roll.
So I don't think I can argue for giving myself a pep talk, can I?
No, probably not.
Look,
Not in this
fine.
case.
Okay, that's fine. So it's 2d6 for this, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 5.
Oh, not good enough. Close, but no cigar. Unfortunately, this is not horseshoes or hand grenades, so we can't say that that is a success. What we can do, however, is give you just a brief moment of time of respite from Jerk TM before legally distinct Dan loses him to return to the group.
We have Buddy Dan, and then we have Jerk Dan.
Yeah.
The Dan spectrum.
Yeah, so you have a brief moment of interaction, sans Jerk TM.
In this brief moment of interaction, Mads is like looking Jerk Dan up and down, and is just like, okay, so ghost pepper plus hot chocolate equals question mark me?
I think I
thinking about
also
new
like
recipes.
look at Mads because we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Mads, oh my gosh, you haven't met Mads. This is Elise. Elise, this is our new friend Mads. They run the bakery, a new bakery just opened up last year. Just across the street.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, and you're going to love it. Here, you want a gingerbread cookie? And I'm gonna pull out one of the like supermodel gingerbread people.
These are interesting.
You like them?
Thanks. Yeah. Gonna look.
Right then,
Watch it.
Jerk TM just comes up and is like, oh my gosh, these are hilarious, and just starts taking pictures and like Instagramming.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by hilarious?
He's just laughing and fully ignoring you and just like on his phone, like posting pictures with like hashtag small town hokum and hashtag.
I think at that point is when the door kind of chimes open with Jaime and Gwen walking in, and he says, "Oh man, I have never seen one of those techno trucks before. They're pretty ugly, don't you think?"
Oh no.
You hear from across the way, "Yup, sure are."
Well, oh hey buddy, good morning. How are you, pal?
Doing good. Gwen, how are you? Gwen. Oh, is she in the
Oh.
ignoring part of the day?
Yeah, she's just fully ignoring you, like doing that like stare through you teenager look.
Oh, and he just shudders.
Gwen, honey.
Good morning, Gwen.
Morning.
Do you want your regular? I got the I can make the Fabulous frap for you.
Yes, please. And she like almost kind of stomps, but not quite stomp enough to be rude, over to one of the like bar stool seats, like purposely in the like end of it, so like her dad can't sit with her.
I'm gonna
Alright.
lean over the bar, like make eye contact with Gwen, and just do a nod.
I'm gonna motion Jaime over to me real quick.
I will Misty, can I just get a flat white, please? And I'll I don't know, I guess I'll take a seat over with Buddy for a second. And he'll just like slap a tenner on the counter. Buddy, what's happening? How are you, man?
I'm doing good. So, I've been thinking about you and Gwen. Now, I've got this advice I've been saving. I think it will really work. Now, what you're going to need a ball cap that you could put on backwards. Do you have a seat that you can turn around and sit around backwards and put your arms on top of it and really start to relate to the youths?
Well, I have just like we could take one of the chairs in here,
Yes,
like
yep.
like in like uh superhero movies when the guy in the flag outfit kind of takes a chair and is like, so you decided to ice out your dad, huh? Is that kind of the direction we're going in, or?
Yeah, that's absolutely direction. I've seen it work in movies and books. I think it will work in real life. Now, you've got to really commit to it, though. And he reaches into his bag and pulls out this little ball cap that says Buddy's best friend on it.
Okay.
Use that. I've made one for everyone.
Yeah. Which way should I turn it? Because I know the kids sometimes turn it like 45 degrees. Like it's over here. The bill is over here.
I think what you need to do is split the difference and do like an 82 degrees, maybe an 83 degrees.
Okay, so I'll turn it real clear to the side.
You know what? It's going to be really cool is if you turn it inside out too and put it on that way. Because that way you're like being hip and cool, but also like honoring the tradition of backwards hats.
I think I might also untie my shoelaces when I do this.
Do that. Okay. You know what's going to be really important? Have you picked your background music?
What? Well, actually,
yes,
no.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have some sort of inspirational music playing.
Well, we're supposed to do like our yearly father-daughter synchronized TikTok dance. So I have a couple audio tracks picked out. I was thinking something more a little bit like wub 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 wub, like how we what was cool when I was younger.
What you need to do is you need to get the dub 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 in there.
Yeah, no, because I
like a heart. You got to make it sound like a heart.
And then I'll get the hat. And then I'll be like, yeah, okay, I got this.
Be speaking from your heart. Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
I know you're too old to hang out with your pops, but I think it'd be awesome if we could talk, right? I could, yeah.
That's exactly
I haven't caught this because you guys are not being quiet at all.
No, not at all.
Gwen has
Not at
taken
all.
one of those Victoria's Secret gingerbread cookies, pointed it so you can fully see what it is, and like made eye contact while she's taking a bite.
I have to. Can we talk to Mads about these stripper cookies they're making? What's happening here? What is this? This is Christmas. What is going on here?
Oh, those are stripper. I thought they were just really happy to see you cookies.
Oh,
That's what
enjoy your cookies, sweetie. Well, Daddy will see you soon.
While
Turning to look at Mads and Misty while continuing to eat cookie.
while Jaime and Buddy are talking, at the mention of a flat white, I'm gonna turn to Alyssa. So you have one of those too, right? A flat white? And then I stare eyes at Evil Dan.
Dan's gonna stare eyes back at you and be like, damn right, and lift his polo and show the flat ab stomach.
I'm gonna excuse
Misty
myself.
makes a flat white comment and drops the drink she's making.
Oh.
And Millie's like, oh my god. And has to like get down and like head down cleaning up her spill. But her shoulders are shaking because she's dying laughing.
And I do agree that it's probably a Cybertruck outside just because it fits Dan's vibe, but I do want it on the record that Cybertruck would not in real life survive a snowflake, much less a town in snow.
That's why we were arguing, because it was struggling getting here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Misty. Love you, babe. It's nice to meet you. I just a spark of inspiration. I will be right back. I immediately go back to my bakery.
You just see a hand come up from behind the.
Yeah, love you, babe.
And actually not even waiting for his double shot espresso, still with the shirt off after Mags is left, making eye contact with everyone, just backs out towards the door of the cafe and is like, Dan out.
You know, I bet
Rolls
that
up.
can't even dry clothing on it.
Oh my god.
So while hilarity is ensuing in the coffee cafe, we're panning down the street towards Town Square. A lot of partially set up stalls, market, right in the middle of it, right where the giant Christmas tree is, right in front of it. We see this weird swirl of snow happening, getting faster and faster and faster. And as the snow drops away, we see someone standing there suddenly in the square, looking around, trying to make sure they're in the right space. Who do we see?
You see a red-headed, dressed modern-ish individual. Modern being the last time that they came south was in the 80s. So, like, a very lots of color, lots of, like, leg warmers, flat white tennis shoes, things like that, and mittens, but, like, not individual finger mittens, but, like mittens. You see just rosy cheeks, looking up at the Christmas tree. Wherever there's a Christmas tree, I can find my way. Perfect. Okay. This is the place. This is the place. Reaches into this kind of shoulder bag that they have. Yep, this is the place. Okay. Perfect. Now, they're somewhere around here. I will find them. I always find where I'm going and who I'm wanting to find out about. This, I feel like... Okay, yes, this is the right place. And yeah, you see Brandy Frostwish tucking their little Santa elf ears into their beanie that has like a little bobble, like a big poof on it. Kind of just there.
And I'm gonna say you're probably heading down the street towards the coffee shop, because it is the heart of Main Street, as we have said a few times already, which, spoilers, is the name of the role if you haven't caught on. As our holly jolly holiday spirit walks into town across the street right as they get far enough down the street where they don't see it, because that's just how these movies work. You miss them the first time when you're looking for them. The blinds on the big front display windows finally pull open for the Turn the Page, the bookstore that is having its grand opening today. And the sign is flipped from closed to open. The door is unlocked. And on the other side of the door, we see a 5'10" androgynous individual that's built similar to like a swimmer or a runner. Defined musculature, but not like beefy powerlifter musculature. Long red hair over one shoulder in a single braid. Wearing a deep emerald green like turtleneck sweater that just looks oh so soft. Before they turn around and enter into the store itself, and start preparing for the grand opening that will be happening. And as the holiday spirit, who may be in town for reasons that might involve this stranger who they've missed spotting, and they continue down to the corner cafe coffee shop. They spot the gathering of people, it seems to be, in this establishment. The best place, possibly, to find information if we're to be looking for an individual in town.
Oh, this is perfect. Okay. All right. You've got this, Brandy. You've got this. Don't make it weird. Put away your map first so you don't look like a tourist. Let's do this.
And I'll say, right as you're walking into the door, is
are.
when Dan is walking backwards with the shirt still raised and not even paying attention, just full on knocks you over, bowls you over. It's like, watch where you're going, and heads for the Cybertruck.
Hello. Oh. I want a cocoa now.
I'm still outside, because I left first, right?
You're probably just crossing the street as this has happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn back around and double check make sure, they're okay. Yeah.
Huh.
Hi, sorry. Don't mind him. Are you okay?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay, sweetie, you're gonna come with me. I think you might have a concussion. I'm gonna help them up. I'm helping them up gently, and then I'm walking them over to the bakery because that's where I'm going. I'm not going back in the coffee shop. We're just going to the bakery.
What is your name?
You can call me Mads. Is English your first language, or 'cause if you want to speak in another language, I'm comfortable kind of with French. My Spanish is very little. I can try and make it easier for you.
Oh, English very well. I speak multiple languages. I was taught that in boarding school.
Cool. I just use the Bird app, but okay.
Oh, boarding schools. I went to some. Never mind. Mads.
Yes.
What?
Honey.
Honey. Okay. I think that's a nice name. Is that why Honey is on the sign right here?
Yeah, well, they didn't want me to name it something else, so I decided Honey Bun was a safer option for
I love honey buns. They're so
Yeah.
nice. Oh, well, oh goodness. My boss's wife makes the best honey buns around this time of year. Oh, I love them so much.
Challenge accepted. Mads is gonna rush back behind the counter, where they do have a display of honey buns that are fresh out of the oven. And they're gonna get one and plate it up beautifully, and then slide it over to you. And it just looks like a honey bun. There is no innuendo added to this honey bun. There are some plain Jane
Non-innuendo things.
yes.
Brandy just holds it up to their face. This looks perfect.
Thank you.
And just picks it up. Oh, my mitten's on. I hate having sticky mittens. Ugh. Ugh.
I bet.
In the back. And eats half of it. Just off the bat. Just stop. Just face full of honey bun.
Did you like it?
It's perfect. Oh my gosh. It has the perfect amount of honey and cinnamon and sugar mixture. And the glaze. What's in this glaze?
Cayenne.
That's why it had a kick.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. Oh, you're right. It's don't tell me boss's wife this. She would hate me. But it's so much better. It just lots of sugar. And don't get
As
me
you
wrong.
say that, you hear the sound of like a broken jingle bell.
Uh-oh.
What?
Thing.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you seem to be feeling better. What was your name again?
My name is Brandy. Brandy Frosting.
Brandy Frosting.
Yes. Brandy Frosting.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Oh, I would shake your hand, but now
Oh,
I have
no.
a very sticky hand. A bathroom?
Yeah, there's one around the corner.
Perfect.
Well, there are two around the corner. Both of them are pretty gender neutral, so either one,
Perfect.
whichever one's not occupied.
You
Just loud knock on both of them at the same time.
as you're sending Brandy off to wash the sticky hand and possibly the sticky mitten, you remember, Mads, that you actually have a big order that you have to go deliver to the new bookstore for their grand opening today. And as this realization hits you that you have to make this delivery ASAP, Misty, you also remember that the bookstore put in a very large order for some coffee to have on hand for their grand opening. It's actually so large you're going to need help to carry it over.
I think I hand the what did I call it? The Fabulous frap over to Gwen. Which is just like it's like a vanilla bean frap, a strawberry swirl and some edible glitter on top. I hand that off to Gwen and immediately I kinda slam it down and I just gasp. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my goodness, I totally forgot. There is Elise, did you see the sign for the new bookshop? I
Something new? No, I haven't.
completely forgot that the new owner put in a massive order. Would you be able to help me? I don't know where he went, but if you're around, if you're hanging out, would you be able to kind of be my assistant for the day?
Of course. Sounds so much fun. He's probably just checking his portfolio on his phone or something.
Through the
Okay,
window, we
sure.
see him attempting to start the Cybertruck and it not starting.
How did that? Okay, I don't. You know that I don't like to badly about people. I don't talk behind people's backs. But how did that thing get here? How did you guys survive the drive?
It was slow. We had to stop a couple times. It's fine though.
You
it's
should have
fine.
been here
Yeah.
about 3 days ago, shouldn't you?
Probably.
Okay. All right.
But it's fine.
Well, you're home now. You're home now. That's what matters.
Yeah.
And now you can get fully in the holiday spirit by helping me out, okay?
It's been so long. Yes, definitely. Tell me what do I do? What am I carrying?
And I just immediately I start making a big batch of just regular, drip coffee. And I think I want to put it in one of those just kind of like a big a pitcher almost for hot coffee, but then I think I also some batched hot chocolate for the place because some people caffeine, some people don't drink coffee. So I want to have a good little variety. But I want to have at least one big carafe of plain coffee, and then one of hot cocoa, and then maybe one a specialty drink set aside that is gonna be a spiced a spiced. I think I like the idea of like a spiced cranberry latte kind of thing. And I want to make that specifically for the owner. I haven't met them yet, and I want to make a really good impression. Thing a little fun and festive that they might like first.
So
You know-
Buddy happens to pull up with at least offers a wagon with little reindeer antlers sticking out the side of it and a little reindeer tail. So Misty, I got this ready for you.
Oh my goodness, Buddy! Look at you, always coming in clutch. You are my hero. You know that?
Oh, I'm
All right.
everyone's hero. Bye.
Buddy, it's so good to see you again.
Oh, Elise, yeah, you too. Weird Dan, right?
Yeah, Dan is mine.
He doesn't like turkeys. He wouldn't talk to me about turkeys.
He's very busy.
You know what? And I think
Being
the
a
turkeys-
jerk.
Buddy, I think the turkeys. Some people just need a little bit of time and a little bit. But I know
If he
your
doesn't like
superpower.
turkeys, he's not a good man. And he goes back over to his little computer.
I just kind of look at Elise and I'm just like, you know how Buddy is, and I'm gonna start loading up the big batch of coffee and cocoa, and then the one little extra.
You know what's really big in the city right now, and everyone's posting it on their Instagrams, is they're using these little like stencils with some like edible gold dust on the top of like foam on their coffees and hot cocos. I think it would be such a hit here. It's super trendy right now in the city, and you can call it hot coffee, like HAUTE.
Ooh, that sounds so like fashionable. That sounds so, okay. I don't have anything to make a stencil right now. What do I have? And I before
Maybe
we
not.
go,
Maybe not for the book. Yeah.
You know
maybe
what? I'll figure out what he likes first. I'll figure out what this owner likes, and then I'll bring him something. But I do really want him to try. I made this like spiced cranberry flavor a couple days ago, and honestly, it has been a really big hit.
And
So
yeah.
That's a true IRL story. I did make a spiced cranberry syrup. It's delicious.
Nice.
I want to try all of these drinks, by the way.
I make drinks and stuff like that at home, like as a hobby, so that's coffee shop character. So yeah, we load up and we start heading over to the.
Now, Mads, are you waiting for Brandy to get back from washing their sticky honey bun hand before you rush the order you just remembered over to the bookshop, or are you just booking it?
I am double checking my order, waiting for a little bit to see how long is it gonna take for them to wash the sticky bun off their hands.
It sounds like a whole production is going on in the bathroom right now.
Yep. Nope. I gotta go. So I pack up my spicy sweet rolls, my ghost pepper brownies, my fireball cupcakes, my tasteful titty cake, and my spicy monkey bread, and I go.
I'm gonna have you all. I'm gonna let Mads and Missy lead a sweaters roll to see who muscles down their order to the shop first.
Right.
Okay. I got a 7.
Okay, wait. Remind me. I just roll the one. thing for this?
2d6 plus
Or roll
whatever you
2d6.
have for sweater.
What is my sweaters? Let's find out. Okay. All right. I got an 8.
Just
Barely beat
So,
it.
can I jump in here real fast? Because I have a friend roll where I could make
Mhm.
this really incredibly hilarious if anyone wants to take a chance. I have a skill called Wingman. Once per scene, I may offer to re-roll another player's roll using my own stats. If I succeed, you succeed with your action. But if I fail, you fail even worse than you would have. So just throwing that out there, we don't have to do that, but we can add some comedy to this.
I would absolutely take you up on that, except for we are not in the same spot, so I don't see how that would work.
So I will
I'm
point
so
out
happy
that
that I
Buddy
won that,
has.
but you did give me the wagon thing. You did give me.
I
the
did give you
thing
the
to-
wagon. That is true.
Yeah.
I will point
yeah.
out that there is this thing in the game that says I just magically appear in every scene, no explanation. I'm just there.
Always in the background.
Always in the
in
background.
every shot that happens, no matter the location. Strangely, even the apartment that Gwen and her dad came out of, somehow there as well.
You know what? I will take you up on that, buddy. Let's go. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Before you agree to that, I only have a +1 to each stat. Are you sure?
I only have a +1 to sweaters, so let's go.
Okay.
It's the same. I don't care.
It's a 6.
That's not a fail, is it?
It's not a fail in that I haven't given you a DC or a goal to meet or beat. You all are going against each other to see who gets there first to have the initial love interest interaction.
I think with a 6, Buddy does pop up to help, and it takes me a minute to be like, what? Where the hell did you come from?
Surprise! I'm here to help.
From the back instead of the front of the shot.
How did you? What?
I thought you needed help, and I wanted to pitch you on this new idea about raccoon butt cookies, where it's their little hindquarters, and it's got this like cool little waving tail. You might be able to repurpose some of those other cookies you make.
You know I love trash pandas.
Right? They're fantastic, and who doesn't like to eat raccoon butt?
Oh my god, you're a genius.
Thank you.
Everyone does not like to eat raccoon butt.
Which is why I'm late to this thing.
So, getting fully embroiled in this raccoon butt cookie and how the logistics of it would work. Misty and Elise, you make your way with the coffee and the hot chocolate and the special little drink for the owner of Turn the Page bookstore. And as you all enter, there's this sound of rolling wheels and just like swinging around, rolling down one of those rolling ladders on the bookshelf is the owner, who just kind of like gets to the end and hops up in front of you. Is like, "Welcome."
Hi. Good morning. I should be welcoming you.
I mean,
like
you walked a device store, so welcome.
I'm Misty. It's so nice to meet you. I run the Cozy Corner. I hear that you placed an order. I'm here to drop off some coffee for you.
Yes, the grand opening. Yes, and you can see the fluster for a second while they're like, it's that like ADHD brain of like too many things in the list of processing which one do first, like mild panic. I'm like, yeah, I got a table all for you. I put like a nice like Christmas spread on it, and they just straight up like squat down, wrap their arms around both the coffee and the hot chocolate, and just like carry them over to the table.
There is a moment where I'm just like, I have to look away so it doesn't look like I'm staring at this like weirdly impressive feat of strength, just picking up these like two like big ass batches of beverage that I've made.
And they sit it down and start like adjusting it so it's really pretty. You can see that they've taken like those disposable paper cups and they've like hand drawn with like Sharpie or marker like little Christmas designs in all of them.
These are adorable. Did you draw these?
Oh yeah. I'm really great at all this Christmas stuff, and so I really want to make a good impression on this town. And you can just see they're like, yeah.
Well, from the Cozy Corner Cafe, I have to say, good impression, very much made.
Awesome, thank you so much.
I hope you like cranberry. I wanted to make special. is this the Mary Berry latte.
That's great. Okay, quick question before I have this little empty heads. Thembo, take a sip. Is it hot or is it cold?
It's snowing outside, so I think I made it hot, but because it took us a while to, get everything loaded up, it is now, it's not lukewarm, but it is now, a nice, comforting warm. It's not, piping anymore, because it's not fresh. We had to walk through the cold with it, so.
Okay. For the players and the people watching, they are any all pronouns, very androgynous, so that all the characters can go for the love interest character. Just shotguns it back, not even considering if it's hot or cold, and goes, "Oh my god, this is so great! Is this part of your normal thing, or is this a Christmas special?"
It's one of our holiday specials. Yeah, I just made the flavoring syrup for it. I make all the flavorings from scratch, and I just made it just 2 days ago. So I thought it would be a perfect welcome to the neighborhood drink for you.
So nice. Oh wait, I have something for you. And they scurry away and disappear, and you hear if the sound of wrapping paper was put on fast forward with some sort of weird jingling Christmas music happening.
I'm imagining fully Looney Tunes.
Yeah, If you were to see it, it would look like that. And comes back out and has the most perfectly wrapped, pristine, pretty, gift wrapped book you have ever seen, with a hand done bow on top of it. And they're thank you so much for bringing the coffee order.
Oh my goodness. You're so welcome. This is beautiful. You are a Christmas artist, you know that?
Thanks. It runs in the family. Carver. And they hold out there. Carver Claudius.
Carver Claudius.
Yes.
Okay. I'll remember that. I love a good alliteration. So.
Yeah. And then they peek over their shoulder at Elise, and they're oh my god, I'm so sorry. Also, Carver Claudius, apparently, they say under their breath as they hold out a hand to you.
Elise Navidad. Hi. I used to live in this town.
I love that name. It's so awesome. 1 second, and they run back again and also get something, and you hear that same magical Looney Tune paper wrapping sound as they come out. The bow that they've done is a perfect complementary color to the power suit you're wearing. Thanks so much for helping out and bringing over the order.
It is. So this is almost I love when a present is just so perfectly wrapped, but it's almost too pretty that I don't want to open it.
Oh no. A present to be open, right? It's not a present unless you open it.
Yeah. Do you mind? Can I open it now?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go first.
I'm gonna unwrap the beautifully, perfectly wrapped present. And I'm very careful about going at it where I peel the tape off instead of just ripping the paper.
Mm-hmm. So jokes on the audience. I was both a librarian in college and way too many indie bookstore owners. So this book is Legends and Lattes.
Yes.
Very befitting a coffee shop owner.
Oh my goodness. How? Oh my gosh. It's like you read my mind. How would you? Oh my goodness. I've heard of this. I haven't had a chance to actually pick it up yet.
I mean, you just gave the perfect cozy coffee shop vibes, and I just felt like it fit you and what you're doing, and I thought you might enjoy it because the holidays could get busy and very yeah, and so the cozy little read.
Absolutely. Well, I'll definitely come back with my review then. Thank you.
Nice.
Open yours.
Yeah. So Elise's gonna open hers. But while she's opening it, so how long have you been in town, Carver?
About a A day. Yeah, about a day.
And you've set this all up in a day?
I've been here previously to work on this shop, but yes, because a day is not a normal amount of time for this work to be done. So I've been here a day most recently and will not be leaving again. Yes.
As of being here officially, right?
Yes, exactly.
Makes
Right.
sense. And then I'm gonna open up my gift.
So it is How to Rule the World and Slay Dragons, which is actually, fun fact, a biography by a really big WotC designer and writer. Very good book. Highly recommend for anyone in the TTRPG space. Do I know too much about books? Yes. But that's why I am the bookstore owner.
I love it.
I started giving you real drink recipes, so it makes sense.
You know, gotta pull for what you know. So you get these gifts, and he's, Carver's chatting with you, and like ever so often when they think you're not paying attention, they like mutter under their breath, Claudius, like to remind themselves that that's the last name that they gave, and they're just happily chatting away with you. As bustling through the door with the baked goods order is Mads with Buddy in tow, still talking, probably raccoon butt cookies.
Oh, he's moved on to possums.
Okay, yeah. Just a whole lot of animal butt cookies talks going on here.
Okay.
Can we just take a moment I want to see the cat in the sweater, please?
Oh.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. That's the most precious thing.
The baby!
Baby!
Alright, really? You can stay here, but just stay.
I got
Yeah.
distracted.
What happened? Yeah, so we entered the door.
Mid talking about apparently possum butt cookies as opposed to trash panda cookies.
Buddy, I'm gonna need to stop you right there. Awesome. It wouldn't work. It's the tail's too skinny. Like I can't repurpose cookies for that.
What about skunks?
It flares. It's more work for me.
Mice?
Like, no.
Squirrels. What about squirrels?
I'm not doing any more animal butts. I'm sorry.
Okay. He looks a little crestfallen. Okay.
Have a cupcake.
Oh, thank you.
These are.
Oh God, it
made-
burns! Ow!
Yeah, these are legit made with Fireball. These are not kid cupcakes.
I burned my nose on coffee earlier. That hurt.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'll just go over my little corner here.
As Buddy is like, ow, that hurt my nose, you just hear, oh my god, are you okay? And like the love interest Carver rushes over and has like a little ice cube and is like, here, I hear this helps if you burn your tongue or like hurt your nose or something.
Oh, thank you. And Buddy just picks it up and puts it on his nose.
No one has any idea where Carver got a piece of ice from.
I don't ask questions I don't want the answer to.
I brought hot drinks. I don't know where the ice came.
Magic.
You're Carver, right?
Yes. Mads, honey?
Yes.
Awesome! I've been looking so forward to your big goods. I've heard so much good stuff. I followed you on Instagram. Love it.
Thank you. All right, so here are so you said I could go crazy. So I got you some brownies, some spicy sweet rolls. Those brownies have a kick, so be careful. These are cupcakes. They are not for children. And then these are the cakes you ordered, and it is a beautiful pair of Mrs. Claus's. Well, my interpretation of Mrs. Claus's bra size.
Gifts. Her gifts.
Right as you had said, these cupcakes aren't for kids, Carver has taken one, unwrapped it, and fully just horked it. And it's just like, because you showed essentially, probably, allegedly, their mother's boob in cake form to them. And they're just like,
And
festive!
Yeah, Merry Christmas to Mrs. Claus.
And you just hear another sad, broken jingle sound in the background.
Oh no, something happened. Oh no. But I washed my hands so well.
I think wherever you are, Brandy, you hear kind of a knocking at Honey's baked goods as I'm trying to get a honey bun for my honey bun. And come on, Gwen. I don't know where Mags is gone. I know like the bookstore is opening, but I didn't think they'd get there so soon. Everyone kind of left in a hurry. I mean, I had to lock the door for Misty. She just left without even locking their store. So like, but hello, anybody here?
Hi. Mads is not here. Can I help you?
Hello? Who is this?
Oh, and they like walk out to the front. My name's Brandy. Dink.
Oh, hi, Brandy. Do you know where Mags went?
Honestly, no. I was really washing my hands because I had a honey bun. Oh my gosh, the honey buns are amazing.
Honey bun? I know that. Okay, well, can we? Are you like part time or something? Like I was just trying to get one for me and my daughter. So.
Oh, I don't work here, but I mean, how hard can it be to serve a honey bun?
Okay. See, Gwen, you're hold on, you gotta like does like an aside, like your old man knows how to schmooze a situation, sweetie. Don't worry. And
the like most dramatic, probably had sound effects like teenager eye roll.
yeah, no, I'd appreciate that if you could hand us one of those. I'll make it worth your while.
What is that supposed to mean?
I would be willing to. You seem new to the town, and I could give you like the local lowdown, maybe.
Yes. I love to know everything about gossip.
Okay.
I love to learn things. Anyways, okay. All right, honey bun. 1 or 2?
2 honey buns, please.
Would you like it for here or to go?
Oh, well, I think there's a big bookstore celebration, so we could grab it to go. We don't want to linger here too long.
Oh,
being
yeah,
a little...
no problem. Okay, so let's see. There's papers and the tongs. Okay, I remember this from training.
Okay, she actually keeps them right over there. Just if you're like, can you reach that shelf? I know where the stool is. I can.
I'm short.
Mm-hmm.
It's a normal size individual. Not a small.
Yeah, Dad. They're
Okay.
a strong, independent individual and don't need you to get no honey buns.
No. None. I will take the. Okay.
You anyways.
You're welcome.
I'm 5'7".
They're taller than me.
Just sticks a honey bun in one of the like paper things and hands it, and then does another one. All right. Okay. The price here is this. Oh no. It might take me a while to bring this up. Okay. Wait.
You know.
Oh, actually, director.
Yeah. Cut! No.
Cut. Can I use my magic to kind of be like, to figure it out. Just like, beep. Oh yes,
Now-
this is your total.
Are you using your magic to help it without the cool single parent and Gwen noticing? Are you just using your magic because you're panicking and you're like, oh my god, I gotta get this done now?
I'm gonna pull Jaden Essence Hall from RuPaul's Drag Race and be like, look over there!
So I will allow a oh gosh, what am I? Cheer question mark to myself as I scroll to
Well,
page.
Whenever I use my holiday magic, I replace the stat that would be used, whether it be sweater or cocoa, with cheer.
Mhm.
So
Well, so the first roll is going to be how well you distract.
oh god. And then the magic comes
And
after.
then the
Okay.
magic. So like whether or not somebody maybe notices you're doing magic.
Okay, alright. Oh gosh.
We also got a posture check and a hydrator die.
Alright. That is 11 for distraction.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Right? To help you out with that, right as you're like, oh my god, look over there. Gwyn did in fact look, and there is a sign for the book opening that is showing off the new Artemis Fowl book, and she just starts like arm slapping her dad. She's like, oh, Dad, they got the new Artemis Fowl book, Dad! We have to go get that!
Yeah. We can go check it out. Sure. Yeah.
It is the first time this morning she has shown emotion that has raised above this level.
Yeah. No. Right away. Yeah. Of course. Well, I'll get every fowl, every chicken in there. Don't worry.
Foul.
And as Gwen has helped fully distract their dad, you can cast some magic to get this cash register doing its thing.
Okay. 12.
Awesome. You hear, as you're casting your magic, what Christmas song in Jingle Bell form plays as you're casting your magic?
It's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, just like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, just like
Mhm.
dee, 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 like bells.
Mm-hmm. And it's got like a gentle whooshing of like winter wind and snow behind it as it happens.
I was about to say, and also as they're looking, there's like one of those like curly Q
Mhm.
snowfall things happening right in front of their face, like outside.
Yeah, totally. Adding to the distraction of your magic while it's happening. And you have done the thing with your magic, ignoring the normal way a cash register works entirely.
Well, they haven't been here since the 80s, so this is probably one of those new ones with like the flippy screen and like a non like hand charge thing. It's full on too automated. And it's like, oh no, we don't have this in the North Pole.
Yeah, you as your magic Jingle Bell music is playing, you see it auto type in the stuff it needs to, get to the checkout screen, and even rotate the screen around for you.
Oh,
Perfect.
great. No.
Total.
Yeah. No. Thanks. I pull out my digital pay that Gwen had definitely set up for me last week, and I'm just trying to be hip. I'm just trying to be cool in front of my daughter and use like the digital payment method, and I kind of, it doesn't really register like at first, and I go, oh sorry, let me ding ding, and then it goes with like a second time, not missing an awkward beat. Okay, well, I think actually we should probably get going. I hear that the bookstore is opening, and I'd hate to be like, you know, we miss out on all the pre-release, early release goodies. You know what I mean?
And you just like off to the side of her father, you just see Gwen be like,
Can I say that in the bag for Gwen, I put like an extra probably like an extra gingerbread cookie, one of the cookies in there.
Sugar cookies.
Yeah, but without obviously they're distracted because I Brandy felt like they might want like an extra treat because they needed something extra sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Savory.
They do see it as they take the bags, like while eye rolling about their father, and notice the extra treat, and like give you like a knowing look and like a little bit of a like head nod, like teenager acknowledgement.
Do like the like not obvious, but like the
Definitely obvious.
yeah, definitely obvious. Like
um, so as Gwen and everyone is having this interaction at the bakery, we're going to zoom back to the bookstore. Mads and Buddy, you have both been given like thanks in the form of gift wrapped books. Yours seems to have, Mads, like a little bit of like a weird shape to it. A little weird for a book. Buddy, yours is nondescript, except it is in the like wrapped in like an advice column, almost like gossip column newspaper instead of normal wrapping paper.
You know, I always thought Dear Abby was a hack.
Yeah, Dear Abby. Wow, terrible advice?
Oh, yeah. So, you know what's going to make it terrible advice is when I open the book and I rip her article off. So he just, see, terrible advice. Ha ha. I'm so clever.
And
Also, terrible advice you can hand out because he tore it off. And anyway,
Carver gives like a full head throwback, like belly laugh. Very reminiscent of some sort of like holiday character, but in hot person form. A hot Santa, if you will.
Hot Santa, yes.
Have that at my shop.
I don't doubt it. So, Buddy, as you rip the newspaper wrapping off of it, you see Puns for Every Day, a book of about probably 150 pages of just puns and joke puns and just play on words puns. And
he is just so happy. I mean, over the moon happy. Wow. This is the first time someone's actually gotten me something I wanted today. Because every day is a gift for me, because I'm Buddy. And just kind of goes over to a little corner and cracks the book open.
Mads is gonna slowly and very cautiously open this thing. Like not really caring about the wrapping paper. They're letting it fall to the ground as they're like ripping it off.
Mhm.
And to reveal
it is 101 erotic bakes. And the book is specialized shape, maybe reminiscent of some cookies that you have, or maybe like a cake that you brought over for you. And it has not just like baked goods in there, but it has it seems like a smattering of world cuisine recipes used in interesting shapes and configurations.
Cool.
I think if Misty is still there, she's taking a sip of her own cocoa and like chokes for a second when she's oh my
And
my
it
God,
like
Mads, it's
starts
perfect for you.
patting you on the back as you're coughing.
Thank you.
Mads
Thank you.
Mads does
I'm
the
sorry.
hair tuck thing. To Carver.
Carver, yes.
Yeah.
Totally not
Carver.
Carver
I wrote
claws.
that down.
Mhm.
Yeah. Carver. does the hair tuck thing, like, but they don't realize that they did it. And they're holding onto the door. It's like, oh, okay. Thank you.
Of course. I hope you love it. If you love that, we have like an entire section past the like little beads that you might enjoy as well. I was told like the beads thing was like a prerequisite for that section of the store.
Yeah. It's kind of retro, but yeah, I dig it. I like it a lot.
Awesome. And as everyone but our holiday spirit has run into the love interest at this point, it might be a good place to take a breather if we're needing it. Everyone stretch, or if you're like me and already standing, possibly sit, or stay standing if you can't stop moving.
Awesome. How long do we want to take a break for? What are we thinking? 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, I think somewhere between there is fine.
Let's say 10, and if we come back sooner, sure.
Sounds good.
Great. All right. See you all soon. Welcome back for Goodberry Cafe. We are currently playing Hometown Holiday, and we are in the middle of meeting our potential love interests. I'm going to pass it back to our director for the evening.
Like a hyperactive little puppy dog, Carver is just bouncing all around the store, like picking down books from shelves that they think each of you will like, and is like going full on like crazily athletic and somehow not hurting themselves. Occasionally you hear a little, maybe a magical tinkling of like jingle bells as they do it, where they go from like talking to you and you mention a subject and they get like that really excited, like, oh my god, and like side leap onto the rolling ladder and zoom away and stop themselves just in time to grab a book and roll back over and drop down in front of you and is like excitedly talking about books and just like constantly bouncing between all of you doing this and like giving you recommendations and just super excited, and is like, without you all asking, like passing out pastries and like the drinks that they now have to all of you, and just really excited. And then as Gwen and our cool single parent walks in to the room, it's almost like Carver has a sixth sense for what Gwen is looking for, and is immediately like, oh my god, and hands a hot chocolate and the latest Artemis Fowl book to Gwen, and is like, it is so good. I cannot wait for you to enjoy this. I just kind of sense that that's what you're here for, which is a totally normal thing for a bookstore owner to know.
Gwen, sweetie, say thank you to the nice new book person in town.
Fully just ignoring the group, and has opened the book and is reading it, and has gone to hang out in the corner with Buddy in the like little reading nook that's over there.
I'm like, sorry, she's going through a phase right now. Thank you so much. That's such a gift. I wish. What do I owe you? Sorry, you caught me off guard.
No. Just thank you so much for joining me at the grand opening. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this part of it. And like runs towards the back, but instead of going around the counter, just full on like parkour leaps over the counter into the back and just starts doing the like magical sound Looney Tune gift wrapping, and comes back, and it is a like dead plaid is the best way to describe it, wrapping paper, and the bow is been made into like look like, you don't know how, but a swimmer like doing the like racing mode through through water, and they're like, this, thank you for coming to my grand opening, this is for you.
Oh, wow, thank you. I can listen. I wish I could repay you. We're supposed to be welcoming you. No, for real. And he'll like look over at Gwen, who looks to be genuinely happy. And he's like, I've been trying to, get through to her for weeks. And so I wish there was something I could do. Like, you're new here. I'm sorry. I'm Jaime. What was your name?
Oh, I'm Carver Claudius.
Okay, Carver Claudius. I'm Jaime Gomez. Pleasure to meet you. And
so wonderful to meet you.
Hold his hand out and grasp it with both hands gently and warmly. I really appreciate that. It's very, very kind. Thank you. If you ever need a favor around town, let me know.
I mean, that's so nice of you. Everyone's been so welcoming, and I'm just really excited to have this bookstore open in this town in a totally normal amount of way.
Yeah.
For someone to be excited about opening their business.
Most
who's totally run a business before.
Yeah, most people kind of stay here or come back, but it's unusual that people move here. Do you have family in town?
No. Honestly, this is I have found this place to be so filled with the Christmas spirit and just so holly jolly. Like it almost felt like home. Uh, Carver is trying their best to like answer your question in a very like polite. I would like to please people puppy dog way, but also like can't be like it's kind of like reminds me of where I'm from and not tell you where I'm from.
Okay, well, sure. Yeah, no, well, it's your home now, so whatever we can do to make it feel like home for you, don't be a stranger, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much. I am so excited for the winter festival, and the tree lighting, and all the holiday fun. I will be open all the way up to and definitely past Christmas. So stop by. If your daughter really likes the Artemis Fowl book, and they kind of like glance over, and she's just full on like engrossed in reading it still. There's a couple more books coming before Christmas I can set aside for you. That maybe you want to pick them up for like
Well,
her Christmas.
now that you mention it, like, it's just me and her, and it has been basically her whole life. And so she's starting high school soon, and so my little girl's growing up, and I'm trying to give her
space,
but I want to give her a gift that lets her know that, like, I'm looking out for her, and I want her to be safe as she's growing up, and I just want to get her a gift that's really cool, that shows that I'm still cool, and that I can relate to her. So you seem to know, so if you could set aside maybe a stack of books. She's kind of like into the punk, like grunge phase a little these days, so that would be awesome. I want her to know that I can still relate to her, or she can relate to me,
Yeah, and Carver has gone like full like therapist listening mode and has crossed their arms and like unintentionally is flexing as they do so, and is like, leaning in and really listening to you. And he's like, oh yeah, no, I have so many book recommendations. I will limit myself 3, because that seems like a normal number and not like it's overbearing in any way at all. But yeah, there's a couple that are coming out right before Christmas that are kind of like in the same vein of Artemis Fowl that she might really like. And also there is this Metallica biography that came out that
Yeah,
you
and
really
like,
might
and
be
like
interested in.
and you know what? I think it's okay if maybe one of them is pre-wrapped,
Mhm.
that I don't know what it is, because I don't want her to feel like embarrassed. I want it to be something that she'll really like and doesn't have to feel weird that maybe I got it for her. So maybe we can say it's from you, if that would be okay.
Oh yeah, or you could say it's from Santa.
Okay.
Or you could say it's from me, you hear ringing out from across the way.
Oh, hey, buddy. How do you turn up everywhere.
Magic.
Yeah,
Did somebody say magic?
yeah, that would be great. I would really love that. She doesn't seem so keen on our synchronized TikTok dance this year, and so I'm trying to find just other ways to bond with her. But
You could always try the funky turkey.
Isn't funky turkey bad?
No, it's fantastic. Have you not? It's like the funky
Well-
chicken, but better.
right. Except we did the funky chicken last year, and I feel like that's why we're not dancing this year. I like that we posted that on the internet, and now like she's like really trying to have a fresh start at high school. You know what I
You didn't
mean?
use the feathers that I provided. I just goes back to this reading note.
Oh, what about Christmas flossing?
Okay. Like after sweets.
No.
Like,
And Carver starts doing like the
Oh.
dance move in front of you.
oh, right. Yeah. No. Okay. I can practice. Yeah.
And it's like unintentionally doing like very exaggerated like hip thrust movements with it.
They also kind of try to give it a shot. I'm like, okay, no, thank you. That's are you're like kind of jacked. Are you a dancer? Did you used to dance or?
No, I'm used to lifting heavy packages a lot, and shoveling snow, lots and lots of snow.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess you don't need any help with physical labor, but if there's any kind of emotional labor I could do for you, let me know.
Like, totally, thank you. And like I said, I will be open all the way leading up to. I actually have a booth at the festival, the Winter Festival, across the way that I totally remembered and did not forget that I have, and am fully prepared to staff that.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're doing like a little like a vendor's kind of tent.
Yeah, like kind of like a choose your own adventure scavenger hunt thing with the festival.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, we will have the floss ready by then, and I think, and then we'll visit the booth. I'll show you what we've been working on. We'll get it done.
Awesome. You could do it in front of the tree. That would be like the best for the video.
I think we're gonna go viral. Thanks, Carver.
You're welcome. I hope you go viral.
Buddy slides over real quick. Do you want me to follow up with brushing?
Is that also a dance?
I think it was more with like dental hygiene, like you were referring to earlier.
Oh yeah. Well, I think you know what, buddy?
I have a friend who has a giant toothbrush costume you could wear.
Actually, is Carver still like in standing range, like right there?
Yeah, like fully engrossed in this. What's this brushing dance move thing?
Well, I
okay.
think it's where you get a toothbrush and you kind of just.
You gotta hit him with
There's not much room to move in the toothbrush costume. It was really not thought out well.
I mean, I guess you could like go old school with it, be like toothbrush in the garbage disposal, ding 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 ding, and just like
and then turn
dancing
around. But he's just twirling around with them.
I think the expression is slay.
Yeah.
Like Christmas sleigh.
Ah.
Gwen's gonna love that one. I know that one's gonna hit. I can't wait.
Ooh,
Upon
and they
walking
disappear.
No, sorry. Upon walking past and hearing "slay," I immediately grab a fireball cupcake and just try and shove the whole thing in my mouth.
Oh my god, be careful! That is a lot! It is very festive, though. I totally am used to having adult cupcakes. And, like, continues to, like, almost moonwalk away to grab the thing they were going to, and then come back with, like, a little punny, like, bookmark that says, "Slay, Queen!" And it's got, like, a little Christmas sleigh with reindeer in the background.
I'm turning to Misty. He's a lot. They're a lot. It's a lot of energy.
They're festive. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. I mean, who doesn't like getting in? I was not expecting. But I mean, I think it's fun.
I think at this point, Brandy kind of just like pushes their way into the door. Ah, it was stuck.
Hi. And it's like almost like instantly recognizes not maybe necessarily you yourself, but that you are an elf, and is like, I gotta be totally normal there, people here. Welcome to Turn the Page, person I've never seen or interacted with before ever in my life. I am Carver Claudius. Claudius, how are you?
Hi, Carver Claudius. I am Brandy Frosting.
Meet you, Brandy Frosting, a totally normal amount and very typical name. I'm going to and just like kind of like dips out, like makes eye contact, like follow me, and like fully picks up like a full loaded crate of books. Like it's
I will
no
help you with that.
problem.
I will help you with that. That looks like you need help and like full arm swing, like.
This is when now I look at Mads and I'm okay, that was weird. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, all I saw was him pick up a whole crate. That was hot.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it out loud, but he is strong. You should have seen him earlier. He literally fully picked up the coffee and hot chocolate crate at the same time.
Okay, so you know what? He might be a lot energy-wise, but I could get behind,
He's he's festive. He's festive.
Yeah.
But we like that around, right? It's part of the town.
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
As
Let's see if he
this-
has any other big heavy crates.
As
I'm
this
gonna
discussion of the kind of hot, buff mystery person with too much energy. We're gonna disappear to the back room, and Carver sets down the crate. He's like, "What are you doing here? I told my dad I didn't want any interference. I was gonna do this shop on my own, and I wasn't gonna be relying on the North Pole."
So, your mom sent me.
And there's just like the sound of like not the like broken jingle bell sound, but if jingle bells could be angry, the sound of angry jingle bells from they shouldn't be interfering. I'm trying to do this on my own. I was being very normal and I was helping people and the town's really nice.
It is a very nice town. They have a really nice bakery, and I got plowed over by a person.
There's a slight hiccup in Carver's brain processing where they're like, I'm not sure that what you said is what you think you said, but they just kind of like gloss over it. Obviously, if I send you back to the North Pole, my parents are just gonna send another elf.
Well, I can't go back.
Why can't you go back?
Your mom caught me gossiping again.
Oh, were you the one that caused the toy line fight?
Yeah.
The couple?
Yeah. Look, it's not my fault. I thought they were in an open, like, polyamorous thing.
Ruined Mom's favorite Christmas tree.
It's fault. I was commenting how I thought it was really nice and in the Christmas spirit that they, shared each other.
Yeah.
Look, okay, if you're gonna be here, I can't send you back. Let's make a deal, right?
Okay. A deal.
Report totally normal, okay things to my mom, no matter what.
Oh.
And you
Okay.
can work here, and we'll do the bookstore thing together, and be totally normal people in this town.
Yes. Your ears are sticking out.
Shit. And they like readjust the long hair that they had pulled into like a side thing.
I thought they would come up with magic since I've been here last about hiding our ears. I mean, do you remember those elves that went down whenever Santa got stuck down here for a little bit? And, like, they had to save him, and he had, like, a whole kid. It was so weird.
You do know I'm the kid, right?
Oh, yeah. I forget about that sometimes.
If they do sprout the ears, I just say that I'm cosplaying. It seems to work pretty well.
That would work really well for a bookstore. Like
Yeah.
a fantasy theme.
Yeah, I just say I'm cosplaying. People give you a weird look, but like not the aggressively weird look if you revealed like you're a Santa kid or a Christmas elf.
I got called short. Do they think I'm 5'7"? You're like a normal size height. We're normal size people. I don't understand. Anyways, okay. So
Were you called short when someone was offering to get something for you?
I was called short whenever I was offering to get something for them. Not very holiday spirit of them.
Oh, like you're very normal. Like I'm a little bit taller than normal,
Yeah.
but you're very normal height.
It's whatever.
I mean, but I did install the rolling ladders just because they're super duper fun.
Oh, like the ones in the gift wrapping room.
Yeah, and we can race them. There's no one telling us not to.
Doing that. So fun. They kicked me out the last time I caused a crash.
I do it every time I close the store, and I guess I haven't actually closed the store. I did it before I opened too. It's like a good like get your heart racing thing right before you
Okay.
deal with customers.
Okay, so I will help you run the store. And be normal people with
Yes.
fake elf ears.
Yes. And you report totally normal good things about me, and I will report totally normal good things about you. And that
Yes.
way, we're both totally normal and cool with my parents who will leave us alone.
Yes.
Because they're totally known for not interfering.
Nope. Not at all.
Yep.
Not like they have a whole list that they check twice.
Nope. I've had to check that a third time for them recently. Dad's getting really neurotic in his old age. And Carver turns and like picks up not just the crate that they just brought back here, but like a second crate in the other hand.
That's not normal.
Totally normal.
No, it's not normal. That's too heavy for humans.
But no, look, watch the human's reaction. It's totally normal. They enjoy it, and just like
do it. That's not
slowly
normal.
walks out into the store with like two crates, one on each arm, just holding it up, and like walks over to like a partially filled out.
Misty once again chokes on her drink. She's like, oh.
They're not even struggling. Oh no.
And like puts it down in front of a bookshelf that hasn't been fully filled yet.
Like half a cookie falls out of my mouth at this point. I'm like,
Yeah, once again, Misty starts like choking on her drink, and just, I think both Misty and Mads are just giving each other eyes like, like,
real?
Is
That's totally normal. It's hollow on the inside. So it's like books on the outside, hollow on the inside. kind of
As Brandy says this, they're fully pulling out books out of the crate and putting them on the bookshelf.
truly impressive. Yeah, impressive.
Word.
Can I observe? Can Brandy observe all the eyes on Carver and just be like,
Yes. So as the North Pole gossip, and having witnessed similar reactions to Carver, because not only does Carver embody like Christmas joy and holly jolly good times, have because of their slightly magical conception and who their parents are, immortal holiday beings, they cause this reaction in a lot of elves sometimes when they're not paying attention, because they're just wanting to help out. Uh, and you do recognize the like clocking of everyone on Carver.
Good. Now, can I help anybody with their purchases?
Do you work here too?
Yes. I
Okay.
was brought in from out of town.
Yes, Brandy answered my online posting looking for help so that I can run the bookstore and the booth at the festival at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I was wondering where your like self-help section is. Do you have one of those?
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yeah, right over here, and like leads you over and like helps you like almost like lifts you 2 rungs up on the ladder and like pushes you over to a section that's a little bit up, and it's just like right here. So this is gonna be self-help if you're like doing the business, and then like pushes you a little more. And this is more like self-help, like you go girl, don't let no man tell you what to do, and it's like fully doing the like snapping as they explain it. And then pushes you a little further, and like this section is just like that general like mindfulness, meditation, self-help.
I'm gonna take a look at the first section. Actually, thank you so much for your help.
Of course, and like scoots you back, and then like without thinking takes a step up the rung and like pulls one down. It's like, I really suggest this one. Honestly helped me get this bookstore started. Really great. 10 out of 10. And just like hands you the book.
Thanks.
Of course.
And I want to make sure I like grab the book, but make sure I like brush his hand while I grab the book from. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, you know, and it just like flustered, gets off the ladder a little bit.
Wonderful.
So, Carver, you're gonna be at the festival, right? You're gonna be having a booth there?
Yes, I have a booth for the bookstore, and I'm also helping run like this like scavenger hunty thing at the festival itself.
Fun! Oh my goodness. Yeah, my dad used to help around with like scavenger hunts and fun little like, events and stuff, especially for like the kids at festivals.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 really great people like giving me mentorships in it, because like some of the things that I was trying to do, they were like too hard. Kids aren't going to get it, and like totally valid criticism. Richard and Daryl, they're great. They've been like helping me out.
Yeah, so you've met them. Those are my dads.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. They're really awesome. They're actually, and they like disappear behind the counter. But they partway disappear behind the counter, because when they bend over to get something from behind the counter, it's just like full booty view for a second before they come up with a small package for you. They're like, Daryl was really excited about getting this for Richard for their Christmas present. It's like a collection of like their favorite poetry books.
Yes.
Could you like sneakily get it to him? Because like I feel like if the book person shows up and is like trying to be on the DL, like clearly I have like a book package for someone to deliver.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry. I have plenty of experience being Santa's little helper.
And they have almost like another like mental hiccup at that, because they're like, yeah. Yeah,
I kind of like I say it like jokingly, and I kind of like just because it's like, oh yeah, I usually help my dads get each other like Christmas, but I don't realize that they're having a different reaction to this. So I've got no problem with this. They did mention meeting a new friend and wanting to invite someone to dinner. That must be you. Oh my gosh. I hope you get to come. Oh my gosh. No, my dad, Richard, is the best cook. You would absolutely love his cooking if you come over. I hope you do.
I could totally bring some like holiday wassail or like maybe like an eggnog or something if that's helpful.
That would be amazing. Yes, an eggnog would be so great. I actually just last week I made like an eggnog. Delicious. I would love to try. So I mean, we can talk about experimenting and stuff like that later. But yeah, okay, yeah, I would love that, and I will. So I can RSVP. Yes?
Yeah, totally. Just let me know. I mean, Richard and Daryl already have my number and stuff. But just let me know when it is, and I'll come by.
Yeah. Well, here, how about here's my. I'm gonna try and find like a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to write down like my number. Go ahead and just maybe text me or call me. I'll save your number and I'll send you the invite.
No, yeah, totally do that. I definitely have a cell phone because that's a normal thing people have. Yeah, just like takes it.
Absolutely. And if anything, I'm right across the street. It's always kind of more fun to send paper letters anyway, but I'll have an invite for you for sure.
Yeah, no, like I will definitely be over there. Like hot cocoa is my game. So like I will totally be stopping by to pick up, some orders before we open because gotta get my cocoa on before I open the store.
Did somebody say cocoa?
Yes, I have a new recipe for cocoa that I have been dying to try. I'm calling it fireside or maybe campfire cocoa. This is a real recipe that I made, by the way. There's a certain kind of tea called Lapsang Souchong that actually smells and tastes very like smoke. It's a very like smoky kind of tea. So when you brew some, that's a style, and then you add it to hot cocoa and then melt some marshmallows. It literally tastes like you are drinking a campfire, and it is the most cozy thing in the world.
Brandy's
so
just
I'll
like
have to make
leaning
sure
over
that-
the counter like,
I
that
have not looked
sounds
at Brandy. I'm sorry.
amazing. That sounds awesome.
I'll make sure to whip up a fresh batch for you.
Yeah, that's amazing. And
that hot cocoa sounds like it would go perfect with this brownie as I hold up a brownie that I've made and brought to this thing. It was the ghost pepper brownie.
Trevor excitedly at this recommendation, just like full on like single bites this brownie that you've just handed them.
I think I know how spicy, like how many things Mads likes to make with spicy stuff with peppers and just making things hot. So as soon as I see that, I'm like, oh, that's yeah, okay, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Mad sits back and like clocks the reaction, and I was like, okay.
And as they're like muttering, it's so good. It's almost like that like steamy mist that happens when you have like hot breath on a cold day.
There it is. There.
You almost hear like a cartoonish train whistle with the like ears.
And they like immediately take another one and like so good. What do I have to bribe you with to get the recipe for this brownie?
Just a date.
I mean, December 25th.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What is it? May 12th. Not too warm, not too cold.
Brandy just leans over and like whispers in Carver's ear, I think they're talking about like a one-on-one date, like for dinner.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, totally. Dinner is something that people do that I could also do.
Hey, I like dinner. Can I go?
No.
No,
Sure.
I'm
Very
sure.
quickly, no.
Okay.
I have been told no.
But yeah, you and me, you can meet me at my bakery and I can show you how to make it.
So yeah, no, definitely could do that. And I can bring Christmas sandwiches.
Yeah, definitely. What goes better with ghost pepper brownies than Christmas sandwiches?
They are like holiday in a bite. It's like the perfect bite every time, and it's happy holly jolly vibes. And honestly, it would be perfect paired because like you would like take the brownie and then like it heats you up, and then you can take a bite of the Christmas sandwich and it cools it down and gives you a holly jolly, and then you go back to the spicy and you take a bite and it heats you up, and you go back to the Christmas sandwich, you take a bite, cools it down.
As he keeps talking, I grab another fireball cupcake and just take another bite.
And as he like finishes that, he's like, whew, speaking of it, he just like pulls off the sweater and is just in like a very thin wife beater underneath the sweater. Yeah, great brownie, love it. Little warm in here now though.
I turn to everyone and I'm like,
I think Misty is actively not looking like as she heard you say a date. Misty is just like, okay, alright.
Oh.
Clocks that. Okay. Likes.
Actually,
masculine.
where is? Has anyone seen Dan?
who?
So at this point,
I
Buddy's going to
haven't-
take an opportunity to slide over to Elise. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I find a really good pun here that I think is a good icebreaker. Why do bookworms break up?
I don't
Because
know,
they're not on
why-
the same page.
Right, so that they're not on the same page.
They're not on the same page.
And
And
Carver is absolutely holly jolly, belly laughing to that, and just dying. Dan the man busts into the door and is like, babe, someone named Martin Navidad keeps calling the Cybertruck phone, and it's being really annoying.
That's
My dad, Dan.
Art. That's the guy that plowed me over.
And like at that, Carver almost like fronts up, but like not quite in the like the very like protective mode. It's just like I think you need to apologize. And Dan's just like an inch shorter, I think, than Carver. And it's like, dude, who are you to tell me what to do? And Carver's just like very politely, like hands in pockets, like in front of Dad, and it's like, I honestly think you should probably apologize to everyone in here.
Dan, it's okay. This is the new book owner, and I'm checking out a book.
And as you say that, Dan goes to say something very Dan, jerk TM. But there's this sound of like Jingle All the Way, like musical bells, and then he like, I'm sorry, I'm a jerk. I am the worst person ever, and I deserve to go immediately back to the Cybertruck and not talk to anyone. And you just see like very mechanically, Dan like spins around and like Soldier Tin Man walks out the door and over to the Cybertruck.
hey, hi mate, you could do the robot. That's a good example of a dance move he just did.
I know that one. That was popular back in my day, yeah.
And as soon as Dan leaves,
I didn't know it wasn't.
no, it was never popular. And
We went to the same high school.
the tension breaks as soon as Dan is out of the shop and has apologized, and the like sound of bells fades away, and Carver just goes fully back to like puppy mode, more relaxed, rather than the I'm gonna fuck someone up stance they were currently in. And it's like, oh, everyone needs refills, hot chocolate, coffee, yeah, and then it just like starts like bustling around and like helping people and helping them find things.
I'm gonna pull a reverse chair with Gwen. I'm gonna now that they've had a book, I'm gonna turn Buddy's hat sideways. I'm gonna commit full send. I'm gonna turn the bolt.
If this becomes a roll, let me know.
Okay.
Because there's a special mechanic I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Definitely gonna become a roll.
I'll turn the chair around that everyone's distracted with Carver, and I'll say, hey, sweetie, you enjoying the book?
So backwards chair, weird baseball cap, definitely a roll.
Okay. So, because Jaime is following my advice, I have the skill Pep Talk. They get a +2 to their roll because they're following my advice.
Sick.
Hey.
All right, and I want to elaborate on that and be like, so they're doing a festival next week. I was thinking, maybe you and I could practice a new dance that I caught. That is, I guess they call it the floss, right? So I was hoping maybe we could do that together in front of the town Christmas tree. We have a little time to practice.
Call this probably cheer. And Dan is providing the help because he took his advice. Or not Dan. Buddy!
Buddy!
Played by Dan!
Real life Dan, yes.
Yes. Not jerk TM Dan. I totally didn't do this confusing thing to myself.
Got this. Sick. All right, it's 2d6 and +2 +1, so it's +3. All right.
I will also say, out of sight of line of Gwen, and just where you can see Carver is like giving a thumbs up and is like doing the like flossing move, and I will give you another +1 to that roll.
Hell yeah. Okay. Geez, I rolled a 1 on one of them, but I have a bonus of 4, so that is 4 + 1 + 4. I guess is 9 total.
So she at first does like the stereotypical what you expected response of like a huff and like an eye roll as you're starting to talk, but she's like, I guess we can do a dance in front of the Christmas tree. But I fully expect that we play the games first, and we do the scavenger hunt. Those are my requirements before I will do a dance in front of the Christmas tree for my dad in TikTok.
Okay, well, the scavenger hunt's a done deal, but are you sure you really want to lose to games to your old man?
Please, you haven't been able to beat me since I was 9.
Okay, all right. It's a deal, and I'll put out a little fist bump, and to see if it's received.
Instead of doing a fist bump, she instead reaches out and just puts your fist down. It's like
I slow retract from the. I go. Psh, do a little explosion by myself, and I go, and it goes cool. I'm gonna. I like kind of get up from the chair, and I kind of do a little floss by myself, like I'm practicing.
Mm-hmm.
And and then I look over at Buddy, and I give Buddy the thumbs up.
Buddy right there just...
And then I'll kind of post up somewhere, and I will look through like the book that Carver gave me, but I'm more looking at Carver, and then just kind of chuckling and.
So the book Carver gave you is in fact Connecting with Your Teen.
Oh.
So a little helpful advice.
Man, wife, what's happening?
After Carver had maybe done magic, definitely did magic. To Dan, Jerk TM to make things happen. Carver hasn't been looking so hot. I mean, they were already hot because they, fully one-bited the spicy brownie and had another one and no longer has their sweater on, which is already weird to begin with because, Brandy, you would know all of the clauses are, like, perpetually in a cold state. Like, that's part of their magic, of winter magic that they have. That's probably where the ice cube from nowhere came from. Like, cold is, like, part of their whole thing. So the fact that they no longer have the sweater, and it looks a little bit like they're running a little hot, and they're having a little bit of a hard time, but like still keeping up the pep.
Oh, okay. Ginger looks at Carver, kind of just grabs their face. A gingerbread iced latte with like that marshmallow foam that gets blasted with fire, right?
Peppermint foam ice mocha choca swa se swa.
That I don't know what that is, but I will
Oh,
figure it out.
Were we not just saying things at each other?
No, you are looking bad.
And as you say, you're looking bad, they kind of like sway a little bit.
Uh-oh. All right, we're gonna sit you down.
Can I have heard them talking about coffee?
Yeah,
I hear the
yeah.
word latte like a sleeper agent. I'm just like,
They're definitely like not being subtle about. At least Carver's not being subtle about this.
Yeah. I feel like I hear like the word latte and I feel like my brain goes into someone's or so I kind of look up, and when I look over, oh, Carver, are you okay? Do you need something?
Gingerbread latte with do you have like marshmallow?
Do I have marshmallow?
Like the topping, like the
like marshmallow fluff or like a
Yeah.
Yeah, I can whip some of that up.
Fine, everyone, and it like steps back and is swaying and like fully faints on the floor.
No.
Can I try and catch him?
Yeah, that would be a sweaters roll.
Okay.
Oh no.
What do I have the sweaters? Okay. Okay. Oh. 10.
Yes. So you catch Carver. Carver is a dense individual. Especially when they're dead weight all of a sudden. But I will say, because you did succeed by more than one, that as you also catch Carver, you can slow lower to the floor, because I'm assuming you don't want to hold a fully grown individual up. You catch on the back of their, we'll say, left shoulder is a like mistletoe tattoo.
Cute.
And it has like barbed wire wrapped around it.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I'm just gonna say, Buddy would have slid in real quick and put a pillow under his head, then gone back to the reading nook.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Okay, all right.
You got it.
Let's just lay down. Are they conscious? Are you
Fully fainted, just unconscious, knocked out.
Carver?
Brandy's going to
Carver,
touch the forehead with the back of their hand and be like, "Oh, they're hot."
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, definitely
Uh-oh.
kind of feverish. Is there?
We need cold blankets and cold drinks and buckets of ice.
Well, I have plenty of ice at my shop, and I can some cold drink, maybe just some ice water. I can get some cold drinks. Maybe is this a good idea? Like just like behind the counter like this, just laying on the floor, maybe find.
Well,
Oh, I don't know where they live.
they live right upstairs because this is.
As you say, right upstairs in the background of the scene, we just hear magically like the sound of like wooden stuff moving, like suddenly a second story housing thing was maybe being made.
I think I take a moment and like look at Brandy, like, didn't you just get hired like an hour ago? But I'm like, okay, well, let me, I can't really lift them. I mean,
Can't
Wait,
either.
you know,
Maybe-
guys, we can
maybe
all
it-
lift them together. Everyone
Yes.
grab a leg or an arm,
Okay.
and we'll just all go
Everybody
upstairs.
live together.
Yes,
I
I got his
am
head. It's such a
Honestly,
beautiful
not gonna
head.
lie.
this, I think I was going to like my hand was behind their head because I was trying to like not have them fall. And then as soon as you say I have their head on the back of mine, like fully just holding my hand.
Yeah, and
Their
Buddy's there.
head.
I'm here for moral support.
You know what, buddy? Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Let's-
Would
all right.
you prefer if I carried another part?
Maybe, how about this? You grab his feet. I don't think we need to have 5 of us grabbing them
But
at the same
look,
time.
No,
it's not gonna throw all
everybody
over.
should participate because the lighter or the more hands make lighter work.
Yep. What
Okay.
the nice
Hey,
Brandy over there
help
said.
me? Can everyone kind of help me?
Someone's going to
Carver
need to
up?
support
We have
his
to-
lower ass because that's going to really drag on the ground if we're grabbing like
He really
legs
does
and
have.
arms.
Okay. Yeah,
looks
I can help.
firm.
Hang on.
Okay, that's Honey Bun
Okay,
Bakery. That
hey,
makes
Mads?
sense.
Hey, Mads, how much water
Yeah.
have you had?
That is a beautiful question.
Because
You
I've
are
seen you have a
so
couple.
beautiful.
Uh-oh.
Start blushing a little bit, but I'm like, okay. You've had quite a few of your cupcakes.
Yes, I have.
Why don't you go and get some water?
I can help.
And then
I can get water upstairs. Fine.
Yes. Everybody
We also
upstairs.
need,
Everyone
We
upstairs.
also need ice, right? Can you go and grab maybe one of the a bucket and fill it with ice and bring that over?
Is
you have a-
is your store open? I can just do it. You all just take him upstairs.
Yeah. Yes, my shop should still be open. Shit, my shop should still be open. Oh no. Yeah,
I'm
go ahead and
Yeah, I can get a bucket. I'm gonna go.
No, I'll
outside
get the
and some-
bucket.
no.
You support. Light, more hands, less work.
Hey, where to lift. And don't tell Dan.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna
grab his
butt.
arms.
I'm
Okay.
grabbing his butt and like
Okay.
his thigh.
Don't think you're out of this, Dad. Person.
Jaime, can you grab his feet, please?
Yeah, sure. No worries.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
so, as everyone is helping with this, I'm not.
I want to point out, Buddy is actually not helping carrying, but he's leading him upstairs.
Yeah.
That's fair. As you're walking up the stairs, weirdly, instead of like the normal like wood creaking, it almost seems like it's doing like Santa Claus is coming to town as you're walking up the steps. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And as you're like navigating into the space, the door to their abode is unlocked because that's normal.
In
It
this
is-
economy.
Yeah, and this is it is
It's been down.
very
Everyone is
cold
so
in their
trustworthy.
apartment. It is like 45 degrees in the apartment. And
don't feel
the
it.
decor is like Art Deco meets Christmas, like everywhere.
I forgot about
Nice.
that. Yeah.
All right.
I don't feel the cold. I am too warm from the fireball.
You
I am
you have
immune
had
to
too
the
many
cold.
cupcakes.
Too many
All
cupcakes.
right.
There's
we
like a
should
shot
probably,
in each cupcake.
Oh.
We should find. We should find the bedroom and just lay them down in bed. That'll be the most comfortable for them. Let's go and do that.
Say find the bedroom. It goes from being just like a little like studio open concept with like a living room and a kitchen, and like on the other side of the fridge where our group can't see it, a door is suddenly like there.
Amazing.
And you open it, and it is like, again, Art Deco and Christmas, but also like very like old school Victorian, like 4-poster, like bed, very opulent, like way too large for one person, opulent, and like there's like a stack of like Christmas novels next to the bed, and it is like it is Christmas lights around the bed instead of like any actual lighting. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
a little
Yeah,
on the nose,
I
but
I kind of start leading the carrying of the body over to on the bed, and just kind of like I do think for a second I kind of like gently I like let go of his head, but I kind of grab whoever's next to me. I think Elise, right?
Yeah.
I grab your hand and put it under his, so that I can go and like pull the blankets back, and that I can help like get him cozy in bed instead of just laying him up.
yeah, like during this transition, for funsies and complications and just maybe embarrassing all of the group, will someone roll me a d6?
Oh no.
I will, because I was thinking that I was kind of like, I'm thinking like real dad vibes, like, okay, swing left and swing right. Like, because if you think about logistics of getting a drunk person on the bed, it's not easy, okay? I've been there. And
You remember to pivot.
yeah, you gotta, this isn't, we can't just walk on top of the bed and deposit. We gotta give him a little hoist, right? So I'm gonna roll d6 for dad hoist. Let's see. That's a 4.
Okay. So as you're getting ready to heave ho and hoist this
Do you want
unconscious-
Buddy to try to help out here?
It's up to Buddy if Buddy wants to help out.
Buddy could make this a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse if Buddy helps.
I do it. I don't
Okay.
I don't give a flight. Hot damn, do it.
This is gonna. Okay, actually, that is not bad. That's a 9.
Ah.
So, single d6, not 2d6. I was like, can't
Let
get
me
a 9
re-roll
on-
that.
He was like, can't get a 9 on a d6.
Let me roll that again. Pardon me. Okay, that is a 7. 6 plus 1.
Okay. Oh, because you're using your friend.
My
thing.
buddy,
Yeah.
yeah, my friend stat.
I was like, I was having a moment, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I can count to 6. Yeah. So as you're getting ready to hoist, a little less happens than was going to. They don't fall on the floor. They don't possibly get a concussion from hitting themselves on the floor. But what does happen as you're like heave-hoing this unconscious person into the bed, when they land on the bed kind of like sprawled, their shirt goes up a little bit. and since they did get tossed and probably carried by the legs, the bottoms go down just a little bit. Just enough to hint at things, because this is still a Hallmark movie.
Yeah. just
And there's just
But-
like the barest peak of probably the very top of another tattoo.
Does anyone think that might be a candy cane?
Oh my god.
No, it's 2
What?
candy canes, both on
Oh.
each.
Maybe it's a stocking stuffer.
Oh jeez.
it might be, buddy. It might be. It could be any of
You know, I'm
those.
gonna go downstairs and contemplate that. Bye.
Yeah.
And that-
Well, I hope
Bye,
they're
buddy.
gonna be okay. I kind of they'll sleep it off, right? Like they're okay, right? We don't have to be concerned, or
Well, I'm a little nervous. I mean, he just fainted right in front of me. I mean, shouldn't we maybe call a doctor or something, or see if he can wake up at all? I do want to
Right.
kinda, do the thing of feel his forehead and see if
Brandy just comes back through the door. No, you don't need to call a doctor. Carrying a huge jug of ice like this, and two of the 4 packs of drinks. Okay, so while I was
Okay.
there, I made some iced coffees and
Okay.
some iced lattes, and he
Do
needs.
you know how to use the espresso machine?
Yes.
Okay.
The
Make a
faint
mental
sound
note to
of,
go
of
in.
jingle bells follows Brandy as they enter the room.
Yes.
Make some mental note, maybe do a full inspection machines when I get back to the shop.
And then okay,
Okay.
gingerbread lattes into the mouth, ice on the feet.
That doesn't. I don't know if that's safe to just go ahead and pour a drink down an unconscious person.
Well, I don't mean
So,
as they're just laying flat, but lift their head. I don't know, gently, just. Ooh.
I'll do it. Because
Okay.
I
Oh,
need to
and
move his
this
head to
for
sit down.
you. This is a water and also a coffee, and I got you a cranberry latte, and this handing this to Misty, and then this is a no foam half calf latte for you, Elise. Oh, and for you, Dad,
sure, yeah.
I got you a no offense, I think you need it after what I just saw with your kid. This is a spiked hot chocolate.
Oh, okay, sure. Do you think I need to loosen up? Is that what you're saying?
brutal.
You need something.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna be real. I fully expected Brandy to call them daddy.
Yes.
No, I fully expected it too. Actually, I do think when you
that,
say
and I could say daddy.
Yeah, no.
I do think when Jaime says, you think I need to loosen up, kind of. I mean, I have kind of been telling. You need to just relax. You need to not be scared and stressed.
You need to go from dad to daddy.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then I pull away from
Daddy-o,
I'm like, that's
right?
not what I meant.
Like daddy-o.
Yeah, I know,
and hip.
cool. Yeah, no, I can be a cool daddy-o. Yeah, no, I got it.
I'm gonna climb in bed with the guy just to cuddle because I'm tired.
Mads, what are you
I'm
doing?
so tired right now.
There's
Okay,
ice
you need to go.
bags next to that.
It's not. It's fine. I'm
Like a bag of
fine.
ice between y'all somehow.
No, it's fine. Cool.
Mads.
I'm just tired. I'm so
Okay.
tired.
That
What?
feels so invasive. Mads, how about I take you home and I get you into your own
That
bed?
could work too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
I-
go. Let's
Yeah, maybe we should give Carver their rest and
yeah.
Brandy, you've got charge of the store. You're gonna be all right.
You are on mute.
I've got it, daddy.
All right, Brandy. I know you do. You're gonna do just fine.
Okay.
Right as you've been saluted with, I've got it, daddy. Gwen comes into the room and is like, hey, why is there all sorts of mail to Mr. Claus in the other room? And there's something from the North Pole?
Oh, I'll kind of try to whisper, but there's obviously people in this room, and I go, sweetie, what did I tell you? That looking at other people's mail is a felony? We're not supposed to do that, okay?
Opening or stealing other people's mail is a felony. It was just there.
That's
Okay.
Buddy is totally going through all that mail right now downstairs because he's unsupervised.
Oh, okay. I have to go be Brandy. You're in charge. I have to go be a father figure elsewhere and make sure we don't commit any crimes. Friends, let us please leave Carver to rest because we want to see them at the town festival, right?
I've got one arm around Mads. I've got your arm kind of slung around my shoulder. Let's get you back to your okay?
You're so pretty.
Fun
Thank you,
friend.
Mads. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're like
Thank
my
you, Mads.
best friend.
Oh, you're my best friend. Hey, okay, let's get you back.
Okay.
As
like, fully
as
blushing, like my face is
That
red,
guy had a
but I'm like,
tight
it's just,
ass.
it's just warm, you know. You know, I
I felt it. It's real.
did you now? And I fully go. In. I'm like, did you? Okay, yeah. That must have been really good. And I'm doing this kind of talk as we're leaving and as I'm like back to their place.
Maddie's just incoherently spouting
She's
nonsense.
messed up.
I think I
Living-
poisoned him with my with my cookies. Wait,
They
no,
were-
it was the brownie.
The brownie was just really, really spicy. Maybe Carver is just like sensitive to heat. But that's fine. You know,
Good.
you wouldn't have known. It's fine.
My cupcakes were a hit.
You ate most of them, yeah. But I did have it. They were delicious. I love the eggnog from.
Yeah,
I thought that was really yummy.
yeah.
We'll
And
get
yeah,
back
that's
to-
all she's got right now.
as
Yeah.
Ben follows behind this pair on the way out of the apartment, they turn and they're like, okay, but like, why would they have something that says Mr. Are they like Santa Claus? They can't be Santa Claus. They're too young for that, right? Like, Santa Claus is not real. Let's be honest here. No one here
No,
believes in Santa.
Santa's real. What do you mean?
I still believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah, of course.
So as
Totally
Gwen had
real,
declared, Santa's not real. No one here believes. Brandy does notice that like the ice like melts, like visibly, and then when Elise is like, "I believe in Santa Claus," it like stops melting for a moment.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Nice.
fully like back Elise up on that. I'm like, oh, Gwen, no, haven't you heard?
And they give you like that skeptical teenager look, like,
It's
I'm
true.
not sure if I believe you.
Whoa. Whoa. Thank you, lollygagging.
Oh
Oh
wow.
my goodness.
Good lord.
Hi.
Whoa.
Okay.
Crazy.
Dang. Oh, I gotta get. Oh hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was
All right.
crazy.
As
Yeah.
everyone leaves, there is like a faint muttering that at this point probably Brandy and Elise are the only ones that hear it. And they're like, Carver's like, please don't tell Mrs. Claus. I really don't want to go back. Please don't tell Mrs. Claus. like slightly coming back to consciousness.
No.
Oof.
We're just gonna pack more ice on you, buddy.
I'm gonna lean towards Brandy and be like, do they have a partner?
Oh, no, that's his mom's name, Mrs. Claus. His name is Claus Diaz.
Yeah. Oh.
Dad's last name is Diaz. Mom's last name is Claus.
Are they really close with their mom?
Yes,
Okay, well,
so close.
Oh, like their mom like a boy mom?
It's, I, it's hard to. A mom to everyone. Fairy mom to everyone.
Okay, like a helicopter parent.
A little, yeah. Uh, has between you and me, has her nose in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Can't say I know what that's like. But I hope that they can gain some independence.
Well, you know, it's not bad having a parent that likes you.
Oh, I mean, my dad loves me, but I don't think I'd want to be worried about somebody's reaction to things that I'm doing. Like I am about Dan.
Here's the thing. People care about you, no matter what you think. So maybe it's okay to have your dad be worried about you, about, you know?
There's just a line. I was reading about it in a book, and like there's just a line where it becomes unhealthy.
Is somebody telling you outside of the book that it might be unhealthy as well?
I mean, I was kind of reading through the book that Carver just suggested me in the self-help section, so I'm just trying to absorb it in and like practice it, you know?
Sometimes you gotta take those books with a grain of salt. And sugar. It's like a mix. Some things are good. You kind of have to plug and play like you're building a toy. Not everything's gonna go together.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, let me take care of Carver real quick, and I hope you enjoy your drink.
I'm gonna rip out a page from the book that I was buying, and I will still buy it downstairs. But I'll rip out like the back, like this page left blank. I'll pull out a pen from my bag and put. Thanks so much. I hope you feel better. Part. Just what is my name?
Elise.
Whoever I am.
Elise. And I'll leave it right near the bed, and then I'll go back downstairs.
As everyone has left, and you can now perform some magic unimpeded. You do provide some more ice. Carver does come to a consciousness.
Builds like a mini igloo over the middle, like.
and like starts coming to consciousness. And it's like, oh man. Old man, elf guy told me not to do too much holiday magic until Christmas. I did not think it would be that hard.
But you've also been out here a lot longer than I have. And plus, I have this cool little bell that I have with me.
I mean, it's snowing. It should be fine.
You also said that you wanted to be independent.
Yeah, but I can't help that I'm a magical being.
Neither can I. You don't have to help everyone. I know it's that time of year, but
they were all so nice, and that guy was kind of a dick.
Oh, yeah, that was great. I loved it.
Honestly, the most magic I've used since I've gotten here, because like made him say the thing and then like go all.
Yeah, whenever you control people, it takes a lot out of you.
I mean, it helps that like there's no thought in that man's head, but
Oh
you know.
yeah, he was dumber than a doornail. All right, you have to stay encapsulated in this igloo until tomorrow,
But
or till the
shop?
festival. I'll take care of it.
And so
You're
we're gonna
sick.
sick. We're gonna do a little bit of a time jump to the festival tomorrow night. We're gonna say, since Carver is stuck in the little personalized igloo, they have been texting with the people that have left their number for them, and just kind of like trying to like smooth things over and be like, it totally wasn't weird, and that, you know, normal things and overheated, spicy, like that's a thing. And is like genuinely really excited about the Christmas festival, because like it seems like they're excited about Christmas in general for some unknown reason. But they're like really excited, and they're like, you know, they're like, I'm trying to take it easy so I don't faint again, but I will totally be at the festival at the booth tomorrow night, and you know, yeah, like doing the thumbs up emoji, because that's what cool kids do.
Can I try and make sure that because I assume like the cozy corners thing nice, like have like a little like cocoa station at like their own booth. Can I try and make sure that my booth is next to the bookstores?
I will let you attempt to cheer charm the festival coordinator to make sure you get the booth by them.
Come on.
Aren't the festival coordinators her dads?
So her dads are helping Carver organize the scavenger hunt.
They used to be the scavenger hunt organizers, then decided to now like mentor and help Carver do it. I do think I've been like also like trying to talk to Carver and just be like, I seriously like I hope you're okay. If you're like not feeling up for coming to like the dinner at my parents' house, like I totally get that. Just care yourself, blah blah blah. Like all of that, just like I was just worried about you. Okay. Oh, what was that? You said cheer?
Mm-hmm.
I have a +0 to that, but I rolled a 9.
Yeah, so you didn't get directly next to it, but you got across the festival aisle from them.
Can I try and
So I can I can make the eye contact. I love it.
Can I try and get the honey bun bakery right next to them?
Yeah, give me a cheer roll. If everyone's just suddenly bribing these festival organizers.
Not so much a bribe as like, yep, that didn't work.
You want Buddy to help?
You want the
You want Buddy to help?
You want the number? It's a 6. I already had Buddy's help once.
That ended horribly.
I'm so good.
That work out. But yeah, so Carver is there and is in like full holiday gear, like geared out, is almost in this very tailored suit version of like a Santa Claus outfit, and has like a Santa Claus hat on that has one of those springs, so like every time they like move it like bounces around and has a little jingle bell on it, so it bounces and jingles. And they are full on setting up not just their booth but like both of the booths to either side of them, because they're like local businesses and like helping and like moving stuff and like putting things up for them, and is just like full on holly jollying it, is really excited, and is like bouncing even when they're standing still. Like very excited. So
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I will let you get to what you want to do here in a second. I will let you know after you do your thing. We are going to see who gets the kiss, because we're coming up on time here. Unless something drastic happens. As far as my numbers of keeping track of score, Buddy's winning.
No way! Let's go, Buddy!
Let's go, Buddy! Proud of you, Buddy.
Okay.
Buddy is winning, and currently everyone else is tied, unless you all have secret objectives or missions that you have accomplished or other things that add to your score.
the only thing that I do want to get done is I want to do the Christmas floss in front of the tree with my daughter. I gotta do it. I gotta do the full send.
Okay.
The only thing that I want to get done is I'm going to put another batch of brownies that are special, very special spicy brownies, on the not ghost pepper brownies, but still special brownies on the bookstore's like setup as a apology. But I like
apology brownie.
Yeah, they're apology brownies, but I will
that.
forget to mention in the note that they are special brownies.
Okay, so what we'll do is I'll go ahead and have you roll JoJo for sweaters, and hold
Okay.
on to that roll while we deal with whatever is going to happen with our cafe person. Which you said you wanted to do something, so I'm gonna let you do that while we.
Yeah. I just wanted to come over, like, you know, I'm finishing, like, setting up my booth. And I have that campfire coat that I talked about. And I made, like, a special little batch, that I'm going to walk across the aisle over to, Carver's booth. And I'm dressed like Zooey Deschanel from Elf, like, at the end when she's dressed in dress. So I've got like the cute little, it's like cute little like flare out kind of thing. My hair is in 2 little like braided pigtails, and I got the little hat on at the same time. So very, very just end of Elf Zooey Deschanel. And I got like shoes that I kind of added. I kind of like sculpted and added little like curly cues to the end of them, just to add a little extra Elf feature to it. And I just wanted to like walk across and be like, "Hi, looks like you're better."
Yeah, totally better.
Yeah.
Just took like an ice bath, which is normal for people to take to recover
and-
from heat-related things, and they like glance over at Brandy, like, is that a thing?
I'm nodding, like, yeah, that's normal.
Okay.
I do also have like one hand behind my while I'm doing this. But I'm holding the cocoa in one hand, and I'm just like, well, I did pour you some cocoa, and so this is for you. Merry Christmas.
Oh, this smells so great, and it's just like
Yeah.
sipping and making what I'm not going to do, because I'm not going to give chat or the viewers the satisfaction of me making happy
I dare you.
sounds while drinking something. You can just use your imagination.
I also had I had a little extra I have a little extra something, and I pull out it is not nearly as well wrapped as what Carver could do, but I do have a little wrapped present with a nice little for him.
You see like the face of a kid on Christmas that just like came down to find like the clearly a bike they asked for that's not like wrapped or hidden at all. Like look on their face, and they're like really excited. And they're like almost like vibrating with excitement, and but like looking towards you to be like, "Am I allowed to open this?"
Yeah,
Please. Yeah, and like almost like the same kind of like Looney Tunes. Like
it's like Cookie Monster. It's like when Cookie Monster eats cookies. There's just bits just flying.
Yeah. And yet somehow they still like perfectly save the bow, and it's like all off to the side on their little like stall booth, and they're just like very excitedly like looking at it.
My dads were super grateful. They helped that I was able to help you out in our little Santa escapade. And it is a, now you're the book person, but it is it's very worn. It's not brand new by any means, but it is a Christmas romance novel. And it is a book that, and so Misty just kind of explains, yeah, it's one that my dad's really loved it, and it was a thing that they kind of bonded over when they met, and I just, you gave me a really nice book, and I did start reading Legends and Lattes, and I love it so far. I'm completely hooked. So I just, I just wanted to do something nice and give something.
And they're like, oh my god, so thank you, and like, clearly not thinking of like the proper human things to do, like full on hugs you, picks you up, and like spins you around. Like they're so excited that they got a gift instead of being the one that gives the gift. Like, oh my god, I
Her legs like pop up back, like kick back a little bit when she was like,
yeah, puts you down. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I am not going to read this book now. I am going to do festival things now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
I do expect you to report back to me when you read it. I want to know what you think.
Yeah, totally. And then I'm gonna go to Jojo. What did you roll for your sweaters for your flossing in front of the Christmas tree?
I got a Christmas floss and 9.
Okay, that's pretty good. So like you start off a little rough, and your daughter's like, instead of being her exasperated self, is like, no, Dad, here, and like actually like shows you how to do it and steps you through it, and then like there's like other people get involved, and it almost becomes like a flash dance moment of like
yes,
flossing and doing TikTok videos, and if other people are pulling out their phones to like take videos of it. So you have this very nice moment with your daughter as you all are flossing into the night, I guess.
Hell yeah we are.
I will say, with the gift of both the delicious cocoa and the book, I will say that probably does put Misty in the lead. However, currently points-wise, Buddy is winning.
So, I've been told to bring mistletoe to Carter.
I'm
just gonna go up there with mistletoe, tie it to his little thing, and say bye.
Oh my god, the little
I go.
bouncy thing.
Yep. So the mistletoe is now bouncing everywhere.
Around.
Yep. Just tied it there for him, for whoever.
For the first time, you've seen Carver like probably blush, like they've gone red. And I will say they purposely bounce it forward, so they like lean forward with their height so that the thing bounces forward. And you will get your holiday kiss. Describe for me what your perfect holiday kiss at the end of this movie is.
I think both of us are like kind of flushed, and I went so red when they like picked me up and swung me around, and I'm just like, oh, that's fine, it's fine, everything's fine. And then of course Buddy just walks up and puts the mistletoe on and then dips, and I think it's very much just like a moment of like, we're both like smiling too much that it like, because it's like almost like all teeth, because we're just like giggly and like smiling and stuff. But then just kind of like melts into it. I do the like foot pop thing, and I do feel like he drops the cocoa that I brought him.
As it's happening, Brandy's just backing up and kind of just like does a little, like a whoop, and it starts not flurrying, but it starts snowing.
And I will sing as they're having their Christmas to Eternity moment there. In the background, you do hear like sleigh bells and like the sound of something landing and sliding in the snow. And actually, coming up behind you, Brandy, you hear a ho 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 as somebody appears on the scene as this kiss ends and the scene fades out. And then as the credits roll, you just kind of like hear faintly, "Dad?"
and then you hear Misty go, "What Dad.
So real quick, did anyone succeed at their secret objective?
Does giving special brownies without telling anybody they were special brownies on their booth, does that count as sabotaging a competing business?
I mean, I would say you did cause Carver to faint, so yes. I guess.
Yes, I did.
My secret objective was to give my child the perfect holiday gift.
Oh.
Well, you gave her
I'm
a cool
such
dad.
a simp for like
Cool dad and books.
Okay, so technically we weren't at my business, but we were right in front of my business's booth at the festival. Does that count as having the final kiss happen like in the business, in my business, or in my place of business?
Give you half points for that.
Okay, that was my secret objective.
There's no way in the world I was getting my secret objective, which this game was. Wait, I just lost it. Set your partner up with another player. But I do want to just say, yeah, I do want to just say, in the credits scene, there's a scene where she is talking to Dan, and she's like, you know what? I think we need to see other people. And so she's got her little breakup, like retribution scene in the credits.
Yes.
Give him a spicy brownie.
I think we also have like a Legally Blonde style like freeze frame and like additional text, and it's like Elise went on to like be Time Magazine's top 10 businesswomen of 2024.
Yeah, baby.
So I had a secret objective of make at least 10 puns. I don't know if I hit that.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Jet.
I'm gonna say you probably hit that.
I think you should get extra points for the terrible advice comment.
Yeah, that
one
was
stuck with me.
Mine was have the final kiss happen in the snow. Now, I didn't have the final kiss, but
Yeah, it counts.
in the snow.
Yeah, I'll allow it. It's ambiguity.
Ambiguous, yeah.
Yes, I'll allow it. I like the little magic touch of doing the snow as it happened. Like you were flipping on the snow machine, just like.
It's really cute.
That was
Yeah.
really cute.
That was
I
so
ship
fun.
Misty and Carver so hard.
so hard. I feel like if we had more time, it would be like we would have like there would be the week leading up, and it was just flirts and everything.
My ships kept bouncing throughout the entire thing. Like I kept being like, okay, well no, what if I ship like Misty and Mads? That was from the jump. I was like, I kind of like.
Yo,
Mads.
I'm 100% there with you. I
got
see
you.
it.
But then the fainting and catching. I'm going to make sure.
Multiverse style, there is every version of this game ending where everyone ends up with everyone else.
Exactly.
There was a ship moment between. There was also. Oh, Misty and Elise. Like I'm here for that. Me, Savannah is just so it's just simp for Jaime.
Yes.
Yo, yeah.
So cute.
Oh.
Jaime, best dad.
Nice.
I need
she's
best
totally
dad.
cool.
Oh my goodness.
That's all I need.
You hear that, audience? You just gotta be a good person. That's all you gotta do, alright?
And you did give us the actually taking Dan up on his terrible parenting advice, backwards chair and baseball cap.
I was.
the hat killed me. Oh my god.
It was. Listen, my role was to be the cool single parent. I was gonna deliver.
Yeah,
I gave
so good.
very much gave hello, fellow kids.
Yes,
Very much
I loved you being like, oh yeah, the robot that was popular when I was in high school, and I'm just we're the same age. Like,
time.
I was like a sophomore when you were a senior, and I guarantee wasn't.
Okay. Okay, if you do it well, it's popular enough. Okay, if you can hit those dance moves, you can. If you can,
Can Jaime hit those? Can
yeah,
Jaime hit
you're
that?
goddamn right. He can. You're goddamn right.
I mean, they did go viral for their
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah.
frosting in front of the tree.
No, you guys don't know. He used to break dance back in the day, and that's why he still does the dances on TikTok. He's got the moves. Yeah, how about them
I
apples?
love it. I love it.
I
I love
I
it.
also enjoyed being so much like my character, making my character so drunk that I could design the T-shirt. I got plowed.
I cannot.
I
believe
honestly
bakery.
did not mean to say cloud, and I was just like, you know what? We're going with it.
I
It
saw
was-
the light
it was
bulb
too
in your
good.
head turn on when the word came out of your mouth. Where you're like, oh, that's
Actually.
But
Oh,
yeah,
so
but
good.
take that word back.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yep. That was beautiful. Yay!
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 It's so much fun. This is the
When-
holiday
Oh,
movie
this
we
is
need to
A
see.
plus. Yes.
So,
yes.
so who won with points?
I mean, unless someone did something terrible, probably Dan.
So wait, real Dan or TM Dan?
Buddy,
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
Dan
I'm teasing.
playing Buddy.
And Jerk Dan won. What?
What?
Plot
Legally
twist,
distinct
Jerk gets
Dan.
the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
Yay!
it.
Now I
Can
have
I
to
ask
go and try and make
how? Because I was not expecting. How
Oh,
did that happen?
It.
So,
You're everywhere.
part of the rules for friend is that like you helping people if they take your advice, or if
Mhm.
you help them actually succeed in a role, you also get points.
Got it. Okay.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's
oh my
great.
God.
Yeah, I love this. This was a
That was
fun
good.
game.
This was so much fun. I need to play this again. This was
Yeah.
really fun.
It was
Well,
good.
This
we
is
did
gonna be
set
what we
up
do
for
every year.
a sequel movie.
Mhm. True. True.
I feel like the sequel always introduces some like extra like supernatural elements to it, and like it goes super weird. It goes from like kind of normal to like, oh, that's bonkers.
Yeah.
I
it's-
mean,
it's-
Santa Claus is on the case now.
I was gonna say, like,
here's-
the sequel movie is Misty trying to figure out how to be the next generation Miss Claus. Like that's it's gonna
And-
be it's like
Get mom's
it's
approval.
like a holiday season where they're trying to play.
and it
That's-
would happen. It would happen because Santa Claus would take the loaded cookies, right? Santa Claus would get knocked out, and then Carver would have to rise to the mantle of Claus, and then you guys don't, you're not ready. You're poorly prepared, so you'll have to recruit the local town to be helpers. We can do this. We can do this.
You know what?
Yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah. Yeah, I'm here for this. I'm here
Yeah, we'll
for
be
this.
not
You are
quite the North
welcome.
Pole.
Right,
Yeah.
your license.
I mean, okay, so I have until the next time we to somehow construct a Zoe J. Chanel elf
I want to see it so
costume.
badly.
I need that dress.
That'd be so amazing.
Yeah.
I'll make it happen. I can make it work. That was great. Yay.
All right.
I think we're ready to close out.
Yeah.
So that does bring us to the end of our session today at Goodberry Cafe. I want to thank everyone here for joining me in the cafe, and everyone in the chat, all the raids we had, all the follows we had, especially those from Lolly Lagging.
Yeah.
Those 20 subs that happened right after we said we believed in Santa. The timing was beautiful. But before we close out, before we go, I do want to go around at the table one last time. So let the people know who you are, where you can be found, where people can see you next, and also just for context in the game, just what your trope was, just so we can let people know what we were playing as. And so we'll go in the same order. Let's start with Savannah.
That's me. Hello. I'm Savannah. I am almost everywhere on the internet, mostly as DIY Witch, if you want to talk crying over fictional characters, you can usually there. But I also run a character creation YouTube channel that is hopefully going to be relaunching. I got plans, ideas. You can find that on YouTube, Not Quite Novelist. And I have been playing Misty, and my trope was the Heart of Main Street.
Beautiful. And let's go with our director for this evening.
No trope. I am the embodiment of every trope. I'm Kayla. I'm DM Dalliance. I'm some version of @justK on all of the interwebs, depending on when I decided to become a cool kid and join that particular platform. All of my links are in the link tree. Follow me if you like TTRPG stuff. If you like playing crazy one-shots, like superheroes having to fight against a monolithic Cthulhu-like being breaking into our universe, or if you just want random musings and what-ifs that come from my brain pan at like 3 a.m. and I'm like, hey, did you know? Fun fact, mechanically, in 5e, dead bodies are objects and therefore can be done by a mimic. And so, have that fun for next Halloween. You can find me everywhere at me on Blue Sky. I answer most of the time because I'm chronically online, as every overworked queer is. And I will toss it back to our host.
Yeah. And Shelly.
Hi everyone, I'm Shelly Von Miller. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Shelly Von Miller. Next thing I'm doing, I'm streaming here on Twitch. Catch me outside, how about that? Probably playing Dragon Age, the Veilguard, because I'm trying to seduce Lucanus Del Norte. I played Brandy Frostwish. Not Frosting, just Frostwish. And I played the Holiday Spirit role because I got to play an elf, which I thought was cool.
All right. And Dan. Real Dan.
The real Dan, I get to stand up now. Oh, that's a horrible pun. Jeez, I cannot turn this off. Real quick, you can find me around the internet at Caffeinated Library Dan or creatorsassemble.org, where we do a lot of work with education and educational nonprofit, pop culture, all that good stuff, and networking. You'll see us around some upcoming cons soon. And yeah, thanks for a wonderful game.
And you were playing.
Oop, yes. Sorry, I was playing Buddy, the friend role who is magically in every scene for whatever weird reason, helping out all the players to fulfill their dreams.
So good. Thank you. And Casper.
Osio, I'm Casper the MB Ghost. I am a writer of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror, mostly queer, definitely sapphic. And I do all the things. You can find me everywhere at Casper DANB Ghost. It's all one word. And today I was playing Married to the Job, as best I knew.
Beautiful. And Jojo.
Cool. Hi, friends. I'm JoJo. Tonight I was playing the cool single parent. And you can find me on the internet as JoJo Culturalist. I am a storytelling cultural anthropologist, and I help out in stuff like this. And you can find me on Melanin Mythos podcast, Somebody's Heroes podcast, in Castleton, as well as a couple of us here. Yeah, I do stuff. And like this, which it was, honestly, I haven't done Christmas stuff in a couple years. So this was really wholesome for me. So I really liked it. Thanks for having me on.
And I have been your host. I'm Jem. You can find me most places at Gembury or on Instagram and Threads at Gemaginative. And on this channel, you can find me playing Whisper, the Chaotic Elf Druid, on Forging Fates on most Mondays, or hosting the show, Goodberry Cafe. Or you can find me as Nayale on Castleton, which will air Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific on the Winter's Tales channel. And with that, I'm gonna. And my role I was playing was dating a jerk, which, yeah, Dan, other Dan, definitely. But thank you all again, and thank you out there to everyone listening, everyone in the chat for joining us here at Goodberry Cafe. I hope you've enjoyed your stay. Upcoming on the New Age Geeks channel, tomorrow we have Investigation Check with Joe interviewing Ale from Table Talk, who you've actually seen at the Goodberry table before earlier this year. Next Monday, we are back with Forging Fates as our Fist of Fates continue exploring the Feywild at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And next Thursday, we have Investigation Check, where Joe will be interviewing Boss Jellybean, who created the module we played yesterday, the Festive 3, on stream. But I hope you'll join us again at the cafe next month. We'll still have to figure out when that's going to happen. We're likely going to be playing a game called BBEG, is what I'm playing with. I haven't fully decided yet, where everyone plays the villains. But until then, I encourage you to follow and subscribe. Check out all of the wonderful people we've had on the show tonight. Make sure you follow them and check out their streams. But with that, closing us out because we're a little late. I love you all, and I hope you have a very good night and a very happy holidays. Thank you for being here.